You ever wonder what happens when a bunch of city slickers fly out to the country? Not just any country. They fly out to Big Sky Country, Montana, to arm wrestle some country folk. Redleg Studios is proud to announce Country Folk versus City Slickers.
Hello and welcome, arm wrestling fans. We are here and we are live. Mabel presents Country Folks versus City Slickers. I'm FBI Tugboat. Join with me as always, Dakota Shipton and my man Playboy Roy.
Yeah, whose game is it, people? Kevin Playboy Roy, Tugboat Dakota. Great to have you guys here. This is a family that I'm very, very proud to be a part of.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dakota, how are we feeling on the day, sir?
I'm feeling good, man. We got a bunch of great matches ahead of us here, and I cannot wait to see how some of these turn out. A lot of sleeper matches, man.
A lot of them. The question was asked, what happens when a bunch of city slickers come on out here to the country to face us country folks? Well, the answer is going to be answered, or the question is going to be answered here today. 11 super matches going down on the day. We're looking at Stadium Sports Book, or Stadium Sports Bar and Casino, excuse me. Let's look at our first match of the day. We got Garrett Tupper taking on Zach Monroe.
Oh, man, Zach coming up from Red Deer, Alberta. He's ready to put on a show. I think he is slept on everywhere except for Red Deer, you guys. He is coming in hot, coming in ready, but he has a very, very strong opponent in Garrett Tupper.
Absolutely. Real steel. He looks like it, man. He's got the look. He's got the power. This is going to be an exciting match.
And it's got the stance right there as well. You can see in those profiles down bottom. Taking a look at our second match, another right-handed super match, gentlemen, between Vladimir Sidorovnin and Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson there, guys.
Chris looks strong, man. When I was talking to him yesterday on stage, he said 3-0 prediction. He seems ready to go. But, man, New York seems very confident in Vladimir. The Tri-State guys, they've been talking him up. They talked him up so much they're having him pulled twice today. Same arm.
Hey, now, Russian arm wrestlers, they're bad dudes, okay? But I saw Chris Johnson up there pulling beforehand just a little bit to warm up. Strong guy.
Strong guy, and we'll expect fireworks there. Taking a look at our first left-handed super match of the night, we got Sam the Saber Mitchell taking on Hunter. That's the Hitman Braaton.
Hitman. Now, I know both these guys very well. Hunter, my training partner and good friend. Sam Mitchell, I've faced him before. Both tough guys. This is going to be the match of the day, folks.
They match up so well, man. Like, stylistically and everything. It's going to be a crazy match.
Fantastic stuff, and very much looking forward to it again. That's our first left-handed super match of the day. Taking a look at our fourth. Did my eyes deceive me? Vladimir over there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know a guy looked just like that earlier.
It looks like just like the guy in the second picture. Hey. Taking on Miles Hutton. Miles Hutton, look at that hat, man. Look at that hat.
Miles Hutton, gigantic hand. Is something in arm wrestling you always strive to have. You know, you want it. Some guys don't have it. It's going to be a good match.
Miles is new, man, but he is genetically gifted, and he is looking at giving Vladimir a loss. After Vladimir will have a match, mind you, too. That's a huge advantage for Miles.
It's a good point. It's a good point. Them City Slickers putting a lot of confidence there in old Vlad. Want to give a shout-out and take the opportunity to give a big shout-out here, Miles Hutton, for building our table for the day here at Mabel. Taking a look, matches 5 through 8. Again, we got 11 of them here on the day, gentlemen. Roger Learn taking on Joe Fehr.
Our guy Joe Fehr, baby, ready to see him pull again today.
Joe looks strong, man. He looks big. He's coming in ready, but Roger has been talking quite a bit, and he's ready to back it up. I'm very curious for this one because these guys are going to go right inside with each other and see who's got more power.
We'll see how that one... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
My bad. Roger Learn, I've watched a lot of his stuff. Very experienced puller.
Very experienced, very experienced. We'll see how Roger Learn does against old Big Sexy over there. Ben told me to say that one. Taking a look at our second left-handed super match of the day. Aiden LeMay taking on Mason Drosy.
Yeah, man, Mason's one of our Canadian guys, IFA world champ. He's all over the place. He's pulling everybody. He pulls anybody, anytime. And he's just ready to go, man. He comes in, he's always locked in, and he is just ready to kill.
If you guys want to see a match that gets stopped today, it's definitely that one. It's going to go back and forth.
Yeah, maybe for their own health, something like that. That's kind of one of those situations where an unstoppable force meets an immobile object. Taking a look, Benjamin Ciampoli. Taking a look at Lynn Houghton. That's the bowl over there for our 7th super match of the day.
Another Canadian guy in Len. He is coming off of a loss here at the Armageddon, but he looks dialed in, ready to go. He feels amazing. Ben is looking to bring a stop to that, though.
Ben's pretty experienced himself. You know, I've seen him pull as well. Big forearm. Look at these guys. They're bad dudes.
Big guys.
Big guys, big guys. Do not want to be in between those two wrists. Just look at that forearm, man. Insane stuff. 8th match of the night. Another right-handed super match. We got Jason Ciardi taking on Sean Lester.
Man, I didn't know anything about these guys. I tried to find information. I could find nothing. But when I saw these two guys in person yesterday, this could very well be a sleeper match for match of the night. They match up very well against each other, and they seem like two eager guys coming back off of layoffs, looking to go at it.
Hey, when you look up arm wrestling, you're going to see those two guys.
You'll see that picture next to the Wikipedia
Absolutely.
entry, right? Taking a look. Roger learned once again, my eyes deceive me again, two wrestlers wrestling with the twice in the same night. Crazy stuff. Taking on Jack Ceverha.
Man, I saw Jack in the warm-ups, and he looks fast. He looks ready to go with that left arm. It's something else to see that speed behind him.
Roger learned if there's anybody that's going to, you know, have a couple super matches in a day, it's definitely going to be him. Both these guys experienced. Looking forward to that match.
Very much looking forward to that one as well. Now, getting on into it, Dan Schwarz, that's the nightmare. Taking on some guy named Kevin. I don't know.
That's right, Kevin Playboy Roy. The only nightmare that'll be happening tonight is him getting his ass whooped, and that's the bottom line.
There you go. You heard it here, Dakota.
Oh, man, this match is so exciting to me. Dan comes in with that heavy top roll, and we all know where Kevin likes to go. We've seen it over and over. Who's going to get there?
Oh, no. You know whose game it is. That's what it is.
Hey, we'll see. That's the 10th super match, and maybe for many a highlight of the night. Taking a look at my highlight for the night, Madison Walker taking on Jolene. That's Jolene Anderson for our ladies super match.
Listen to that crowd. These guys are excited for this match, as are we.
Man, Madison told me yesterday on stage, I did not come all this way to lose. She looks ready to go. Jolene, very fierce competitor. She's pulled a lot of great pullers.
Yeah, a lot of experience right there. Talking about experience, we'll get into this a little bit more, but Madison Walker talk about a medal winner, a record setter. Again, Dakota, we'll get into that one a little bit later. Now, without further ado, I do want to give a shout out to some of the organizations that make competitions just like this one possible. Of course, there's the Gear Grabbers Garage and Luke Cody. Want to give a shout out to Redleg Studios, everything production-wise, as well as our referees, of course, as Brian and Ray here on the day and actually on the table. Give a big shout out, big round of applause, guys, for our referees on the day. And lastly, big shout out to the New York Tri-State Arm Wrestling, Steve Hernandez. Let's get this going. Without any further ado, we got Garrett Tupper.
Real steel, gentlemen.
Garrett looking hyped up, talking to the crowd. Here he makes his walk. Garrett Tungsten Tupper.
Tungsten, real steel tungsten, and elemental, something like that. 25 years old, out of Orwell, Vermont. Man works with his hands. That's a theme you're going to see him a lot here tonight, guys.
Absolutely. This walkout song, I think, definitely matches his personality.
Look at that power move, of course, going to be the hook. Talk to me a little bit about this wrestler, Dakota.
Got into arm wrestling after breaking his leg while snowboarding.
Wow.
Very, very interesting way to get into arm wrestling. You don't hear that all the time coming in due to a break.
Hey, don't need a lot of arms for snowboarding,
No.
do you, Kevin?
He definitely looks genetically gifted. I'm really looking forward to Garrett Pull in person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This will be one of the two wrestlers getting the action going here on the night. Look at that. Powder on the hands. Man is ready.
Man
This
is
crowd is jacked, people. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't be?
We got a pretty packed house here on the night. But taking a look at his competition. As Zach Monroe wrestling out of Alberta. We got Zach Monroe. There
Here
he
he
is.
comes.
There's the man. Oh, he's ready. Just got a little breath in, a little breath out, Kevin, at the top of the stairs.
Oh, man. This guy, hey, let me tell you, Don't let looks deceive you. He is one hell of an arm wrestler, okay?
There you go. I think we have our honorary dapper up. Hey, mustachioed man in the plaid right by the bottom of the stairs. Keep doing that. There you go. That's that Canadian fire.
That's right, guys. He trains with Matt Mask. If that doesn't tell you anything, I don't know what does.
Should all be what you need to know. Working at a Best Buy right now, 27 years old.
Hey, you know what that tells me? Working at a Best Buy, hey, this guy's methodical. He thinks he knows what he's doing on the table. He's very versatile.
Hey,
looking forward to him polling.
Absolutely. Look at the fire just coming out right there as he is walking up and taking a look at the table. Now, take a look at these two. Kevin, we ain't looking at a big numerical difference.
No, not at all, man. You know, Garrett looks much bigger. He's got the look.
Yep.
Again, like I said, Moreno, Red Deer Assassin. That's exactly what it is.
Assassin, the hunter. We already have one of those. 5'9" there for Zach, 5'8" Garrett. Tupper, 152 to 154, no real difference there. The biceps circumference, a little bit difference there. We'll see how that goes. Now let's take a look. Money on the table, folks. We'll be getting this one ready to go in just a minute. Dakota coming down there, of course, to provide support for his friend. He'll be wrestling then. We'll have him back in the broadcast booth. Just a minute, Kevin. Don't you worry.
Absolutely.
The 200 big green ones right there. You see that, Benjamin?
Oh,
Franklin
absolutely.
Right there?
The money's on the table, folks. It's about to go down.
All about the Benjamins, baby. Tupper on the left, Monroe on the right. Now, talk to me a little bit about what this ref is doing right now, Kevin.
He's trying to, all right, we're going to a ref script now.
Yep.
Basically, you want to see the knuckles. I'm not going to say go till we see some knuckles.
Yep. Got to be even-handed here as our idea at Mabel. Even-handed competitions, Kevin.
Yes, absolutely. Both guys wanted to go real high.
There you go. Now talk to me about the shoulders. What exactly? You got to realize there's a lot of people not watching wrestling for the first time today.
You need to be squared off at the table. Once the ref says go, you pretty much do what you want.
Here you go. And we're getting so close to that one in the first of our country folks versus City Slickers. Yeah, you can hear the ref. You can hear the ref.
Absolutely. You can hear the ref. Just letting these guys know, hey, back up a little bit, center of the table. Wrist straight, shoulders straight.
There you go.
There
Off
we
the races
go.
for the first. Monroe. Oh, that's a solid. Now you had to let go there. That was a point coming.
His wrist was compromised. There looks like there may have been a foul there. Not sure.
We'll be going to straps regardless. You know what they say. Straps know best. Take a look at this replay. Yeah, there's Zach Monroe there. That ain't a good angle on the arm, or the arm right there, the wrist. I almost said ankle.
No, yeah, right. Not at all. It doesn't feel good. Zach looking to go for a press there, and then his wrist get immediately compromised by Garrett's
just kind of like a little bit late there, right, Kevin?
Yeah.
Yeah. First point almost going the way of the City Slickers. We will, of course, keep you guys updated as far as scoring between the two, right? 11 wrestlers coming out of the city. 11 wrestlers here for our country folk.
Both guys staying, looking very composed, very calm.
Now, taking it to the straps for right now.
Zach to be choking a little bit. Hey, you got to have fun up there.
Gotta. Even-handed. There you go. Now I want to square the shoulders up a little bit. No real point yet, of course. We get a slip on there. Talk to me about what happens, Kevin, when these wrestlers slip. What exactly
go right straight to this strap right here, and the strap tells no lies, ladies and gentlemen. Who is the stronger man?
Now, these wrestlers can go up and agree to strap initially from the get-go, correct?
Yes.
Initially, usually, each wrestler is going to come forth and kind of use that wiggle room, right?
Absolutely.
Use that wiggle room at the first. They can let go if they want to. After that, though, there is no more wiggle room between you and a hard place.
Absolutely. There's little room for error when you're in the strap.
There's the wrap. There you go. Zach Monroe.
Zach has caught him.
Close. And City Slickers take their first point.
Garrett Tupper there looked very comfortable. Got into his lane and was able to make the pin.
I said that backwards, didn't I?
No, you said it right, I believe.
Okay,
yes.
Got you. Garrett
Slickers.
Yeah. Garrett Tupper was the one. Sorry about that,
Take
folks.
another look.
Take a look at the replay. All right, from the top here, folks. Take a look how this one went down. Again, this was Garrett Tupper who ended up winning this point, right?
Yes.
Yeah, excuse me. Sorry about that.
For a moment there, Zach looked kind of comfortable, just couldn't sustain The Power of Garrett.
The Power of Garrett. That sounds like the name of a book, name of a chapter, perhaps.
Yeah, it certainly does.
Straps come off. Garrett has secured his first point. Excuse me for the missed call there earlier, folks. A few $100 on the table right now. These guys are wrestling like it.
The table's already dirty, buddy.
Table's already dirty. Come on, there's powder everywhere.
Thank you,
I'm
Miles
sure there's
Hutton.
some sweat down there. There'll probably be some blood down there at some point.
Oh, maybe.
Here's the ring. Okay, clasp up right now. There you go, there's Zach Monroe. Giving a howl, no dogs necessary. Of course, we'll be switching this up. Baseline positioning how they want to, of course, right?
They call him the Red Deer Assassin for a reason. After one round loss, he still hasn't given up, and you should never.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No need for all that. Taking a look from the top right now and waiting for our even-handed positioning. Big shout out to our refs again. Oh, that's a start, and Garrett looked like he was starting to take this one down. Tupper from the top.
We're going to the straps again, folks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Zach Monroe has got to know this. Now, no more wiggle room again. Talk to me a little bit about what you've seen so far and what Zach Monroe could do in this second point to bring this one back and tie up the series.
Well, it looks to me, obviously, he's going for a press. He's trying to, press right through Garrett's hand, arm, and so far, Garrett's hand, wrist strength, arm, he's not compromising.
Yeah, so is it just the fact that he's not getting there in time? He's not applying pressure in the right spots?
No, it's not that. Garrett's just pretty strong.
Hey, that's a fair statement. I mean, you guys, you saw those forearms. Strong guy. I think that's a bit of an understatement, Kevin.
Zach smiling, laughing, still having a good time.
Got to uphold the mental, right?
That's right. Got to keep composure. That's never over, ever.
No.
Got to have the right mindset.
You got an elbow on the table. It's still possible. Still possible. Garrett Tupper, 1 point up right now. And, of course, you'll see all of our country folk with their name across the back, jersey style. Big shout-out to Mabel, Redleg Studios.
I love it. Beautiful jerseys, good people. Arm wrestling's a family. Oh, Zach. Is that around? No. Squaring off the shoulders here. We're about to go.
There you go. Yeah, you hear that? You hear that howl? You hear that howl?
Yeah.
Red Deer Assassin. He ain't sounding like it.
No.
Trying to get these even-handed. Okay, there's the start. Now trying to utilize the leverage right there. But all for naught. Garrett Tupper takes down his second point. Wait, did I hear that right? Was that an elbow violation?
No,
okay.
That was another win, another round for the City Slickers, Garrett Tupper. He's looking very confident, rightfully so.
Okay, gotcha. So I believe that was called on there on Zach, of course, for the elbow one. Let's take a look at it. Yet again, point going to go the way of Garrett Tupper. So City Slickers strike their first 2 points here, Kevin. Is this a theme that you think is gonna be recreated?
I don't think so. I really don't.
Wow, might have been another fast one right there, going from replay into reality for it. Straps off, and they're gonna yep, that's third point right there. Sorry for kind of skipping through that one quickly. Now, that's a solid bit of cash. Now, see these wrestlers step down just a second till we take to the stage for a little interview action after this match has concluded. As of right now, folks. Garrett Tupper, first 2 points right there. There's taking a small break, have this one rubbed out. Now, Kevin, talk to me a little bit about what's going on in that arm right now.
So, yeah, I mean, when you're arm wrestling like that, strap and all, your arm tends to blow up a little bit, your hand, and he's just trying to get some of that lactic acid out of Garrett's arm.
Guaranteed the same thing happening over there with Zach Monroe. That is, of course, where Dakota is right now. How quintessential is this kind of in between the rounds? Can't really call it preparation. You can't really call it aftercare, right?
Yeah, no, you're right. As I've seen so far, Zach's really keeping it together. I think he's kind of thinking himself what he might be able to do because Garrett certainly looks strong, certainly looks confident.
On to the straps both times on the first two. Zach Monroe, the defensive-minded wrestler here. Think we're going to need this for the third one here, or this is going to be a point?
I think he should stay away from the strap with Garrett, to be honest. I mean, obviously, He's pretty strong, and he's won the last 2 rounds here, so, you know, if he can pull something out of his sleeve here,
Oh, yeah.
this could be over.
There's the bell as well, getting this one started in just a second. That bell, of course, indicating, hey, the time for mid-K right here is over. Now it's time to put elbows to tables and see who is the best.
Again, Zach still looking confident, squaring the shoulders off.
First right-handed super match of the day. Not failed to entertain here, folks. Zach Monroe back onto the left. He is mounted onto that table like it's falling down the side of a mountain.
He doesn't like it. Seems to me that maybe Garrett's got a little bit too much back pressure going on there, and he doesn't like it.
Yeah, really.
It's going to be fireworks here,
leaned
folks.
way up
it's going
on
to be the
there.
last round.
$500 on the table as of right now. Winner take all. Now, what exactly happened there? You took hand off of the peg, right? You have to have a second hand, left hand, or your non-dominant hand, because we are going to have left-handed super matches here on the day, off of that peg. Got to have that on there. That's for his wrestler's safety as much as for our own entertainment.
Absolutely.
And fairness of the match.
Yes, yeah, your hand must stay on the peg at all times.
A little false start action. No
Yes.
10 yards on this one. Or no,
No.
5 yards, excuse me. They will be repeating the down.
Yeah. Both guys trying to get what they want, trying to be satisfied in this setup.
Always kind of a fun little competition between your opponent and the ref there to try to get that primo set up to initially, right?
Absolutely.
Big shout out to our refs. Yeah, they might be taking their time here, Kevin, but that is what is required to have that neutral, even playing field. Getting it started. Oh, man. Now, that was an elbow, so we are going to be going to the straps again. No points on this one. Needs a little bit more pouty here for Monroe onto the pad, Kevin.
So I don't believe we're going to straps on that one. It wasn't a slip. There's one foul on that.
Got it. So this will be a foul. Talk to me a little bit about how fouls run here.
Okay, so his elbow clearly came off the pad. We got to restart the match. Or the round, rather. Correct myself.
The crowd getting involved in that one. You hear that?
Oh, yeah.
They're watching. They're watching. Front row seat. You can't get away with nothing here at Stadium Sports Bar.
Not at all, man. This crowd's jacked. I love it.
This is going to be kind of like advantage to whoever's on the right, because the crowd can't see their elbow, right?
Yeah.
Got to rely on the ref for that one. They get a clear-cut shot of the wrestler on the left's right elbow, if, of course, that is the arm that they're wrestling with.
Yes.
Just kind of something interesting I think about here at Mabel and Stadium Sports Bar. Oh, off to the races. I think that one's going to be enough. Yes, sir. Garrett Tuppo is taking him down 1, 2, and 3. Straps necessary for rounds 1 and 2. Fortunately, Zach Monroe was not able to bring it back in the third round, make this one a little bit more of a match. And now $500. $500 going down the way. Garrett Tupper as of right now. Kevin, take it away, friend.
Garrett, you look great, man. I didn't have any doubts about you. You got the look, man. You've definitely got the strength. What are you thinking?
It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, and a lot harder than it looked on the table. He's really strong, and he gets his shoulder in there quick, but I had enough side pressure to pull him out, so I didn't get stuck in that position.
Yeah, you looked absolutely dominant, man. You know, here we go. We're going to have a replay on a couple of those rounds here, perhaps. Your hand looked really strong, man. How did his feel?
His hand, I feel like he kind of gave it to me a little bit, a few rounds, but in the setup, it felt really good. But yeah, I've been working on my hand and wrist a lot, so.
Awesome, awesome. So what are you thinking of Montana so far, man? It's great to have you guys here.
Yeah, it's pretty big and a lot of nice views, a lot of flat spots, but the mountains are nice.
Absolutely. What's next for you, Garrett?
I got a tournament in December, the Great American Bash. It's an invitational tournament put on by LeRae Jenkins, top like 20 to 40 people in each weight class, so that's what I'll be training for next.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, buddy. Look forward to seeing you pull again, man. Folks, we will be right back.
Mithril Arm Wrestling, based in Almaty, Kazakhstan, crafts the ultimate arm wrestling equipment trusted by champions worldwide. Unleash Unleash your strength today with global shipping from MithrealStrength.com. Follow Troy BounceFit on Instagram. As a dedicated member of Team Lethal Arms, he supports arm wrestling, general wellness, and fitness with a strong emphasis on sobriety and the promotion of positive masculinity.
Welcome to 94.5 Max Country, Great Falls' #1 country station. Tune in for the latest hits from top country artists, live shows, and exclusive contests. Don't miss out on our events and updates. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay connected with 94.5 Max Country, where the heart of country music beats strong. Visit us online at 945maxcountry.com.
Hello and welcome back, folks. Our second super match of the day. Let's get it started. We got Chris Johnson descending the stairs as of right now.
This guy seems to certainly know what he's doing. I was watching him pull earlier. Looks to be well-rounded, man. In my opinion, honestly. The Phoenix, I like that. It's a good name.
The Phoenix.
Yes. Well, there you go. Andy's an aerospace mechanic, works with his hands. You're a powerlifter. Your hands are already going to be pretty strong. Convert that over to arm wrestling. Hey, let's see what he's got.
Yep, Chris Johnson, everybody. Chris Johnson. You saw him? He has approached the table. He looks ready. Just kind of shifted his weight back and forth. Love it. Chris Johnson here for the country folks, of course. City Slicker coming up next.
That's very, very interesting. You don't see that very often with the same arm. You do not see a guy pulling
I wonder if
his
it's
right
been
arm
done.
twice.
There you go. There you go. Speaking of the man, the myth, the legend, that's Vladimir Sidorovnin descending the stairs as of right now. The Russian assassin. That's what they call him, and he is here to do business.
You know, these guys certainly here to support him. The City Slickers are. 39 years old, construction worker. He's from Massachusetts, trains with the Team Dungeon.
Team Dungeon is just a scary name, man.
Yeah.
He looks like he trains in a dungeon, though. He looks like he locks in, he goes to town. But let me tell you, his team has great confidence in him, putting him up on these two matches. And man, after what we've seen from this Tri-State team so far, they've been doing it right.
Tri-State team, man, they've seen some of the best. Take a look, tail of the tape here. Vladimir 5'10", 5'11" there for Chris Johnson, the Phoenix. Not really a height disparity to speak of, folks. 210 there, Vladimir 203. 7 pounds, really not that big a thing, guys, right?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Take a look, the bicep circumference difference, quarter of an inch right there for the forearm as well. Elbow to fingertip, gonna be the exact same.
This is a very similar matchup. Now, we'll see how, much of a like this matchup's going to be as soon as they get on the table.
Hailing here out of Krasnodar, Russia, a small village of 4,000. That's it.
Oh, wow.
That's it really here. Vladimir getting ready to get this going. This is not his first sports competition as well. Played volleyball as well as soccer. He's a midfielder in soccer.
All right.
Yeah, man, it looks like this is going to go straight inside from what I'm seeing right now. They both like the hook. They're both setting up in a hook kind of formation. You can see Chris getting his shoulder in depth there. Brian is doing his best to get him sent. Ooh.
Absolutely. I'm working out 3 or 4 times a week at home, making sure to get table time. Vladimir has. Now, taking what he has learned working with Team Bresnan as well and trying to make it happen on the table today.
There seems to be a foul there on both guys.
Coincidental foul was called, Kevin.
Offsetting penalties, that's what we'll call it. I want to continue on with the football fouls and penalties here. Look at that face of concentration. Are his eyes even open?
Chris went first there, guys, but Vladimir seemed to get a very dominant stop. Coincidental fouls, restart the match.
Yep.
No fouls for either of them, so it's like a brand new match here, guys.
You can kind of see the lean in as well. And a slow one. Oh, shaken. Chris Johnson almost brings this one back from the brink, but Vladimir takes down point number 1.
His pronation was taken away immediately. Chris had nothing for him on that round.
Take a look at this replay, gentlemen.
Yeah, we can really see Chris shoot in here, supinated. Vladimir catches it, and when he drags to his side of the table, side pressure, it takes away all of Chris's power.
He made sure he was down there for a second. He didn't want to, make any deniers of that round.
Well, he's trying to get this over as soon as possible because he knows that he has Miles Hutton in only a couple matches.
Little getting away with a little bit there on the shoulder, perhaps for Chris Johnson, but unfortunately the result for him going the way Vladimir in round number 1. We'll see how this one goes in the second.
Didn't seem to matter that he got away with the shoulder there. He got right on top, got comfortable, and Vladimir said, all right, let's see what you got.
Round 2 done. These are best of 5s, gentlemen. 2 more here for Vlad, for the Russian assassin. And those baby blues, you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez Reese. I think Kevin knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's see if Chris tries to change anything up here or if he's confident in what he did. He seemed to have got the start and everything, and it didn't seem to go his way. So I'm really wondering if he's second-guessing himself or if he's wanting to try it again and get a better result.
I think he's leaning too far over to Vlad's side of the table, and that's giving him a bit of a disadvantage, if you ask me. Just given from the view here.
Yeah, especially with the back pressure that Vlad is bringing. It seems when he's leaning forward, he's kind of shooting inside, but giving Vlad that back pull.
Yes.
And it looks like we're going to a ref script, see if that changes anything up here. Should be interesting. If Vlad's giving a lot of pressure that maybe we can't see, this referee's grip should take that away.
Yeah.
I know Brian personally is a ref. He's up in Alberta all the time refereeing there. He will not let you load up with back pressure, and he will make sure the grip is his and it is not yours.
Yep, those top-level refs for a reason. Again, even playing fields here at Mabel for the country folks versus City Slickers competition. We'll talk about that belt buckle here in a bit, right? You don't get that one, obviously. It's not that big, guys, but you do get a belt buckle for winning here on the day.
I don't know, would you wear it, though, if it was that big?
I don't think you'd be able to fit through doors, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you
refs
go.
are going to call something by the looks of it.
This is what we love to see, though. You can see these refs consistently communicating with each other and making sure that both sides is nice, even, fair-handed.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Chris got a foul there for moving in the referee's grip. Brian is very strict. If he sets you and you even twitch a muscle, that is a foul on you. And in a ref grip, you have to accept that because you went there.
Yep, exactly. That's just kind of the consequence. Okay, so that seemed like it was a more neutral situation, but might have been going one way, and then obviously we did slip, right?
Yeah, you could definitely argue that was neutral, but with the way Chris's hand drops here, you'll see that in the replay.
Yeah.
Vladimir takes the hand, and my belief is if you dive into a press and you had your hand in the first round and now it's gone in the second round, it's much harder to get through that even if you try a flopper's press.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Really, really hard to overcome something like that. Replay done. Take a look at this one as straps now get applied. Gentlemen, we thinking this advantage, Vladimir advantage, Chris?
Well, it's hard to say just because Chris dove under. Maybe he dove under on purpose because he wants the straps. Maybe he feels something in there. But as of right now, I think Vlad, you have to give him the advantage just because of the fact that it seems like he's been taking over in every aspect.
Yeah, you can see here, Vlad's fingers, his hand is so big, it's getting right around Chris's hand very easily.
Look at the forearm on that guy.
For the
Look at how big it is.
It's hard to get out of that.
Oh, Chris scooping in. I think that's going to be a win for Vlad.
Is the second foul, is that what you're saying, Dakota?
Yeah, in referee's grip, you have no warnings. Everything is going to be a foul. If they call that second foul, it should be a winner for Vladimir. When the match restarts, obviously, will not be in referee's grip. No fouls. Winner for Vlad there. Was called the wrong way, but they got it figured really quick.
Yep.
Chris switched sides, looks ready to go. Vlad taking all the breaks he can get. Knows he has another match coming, so doing what he can.
That's actually a really good point. That's a narrative I'd like to explore down here. How often is it exactly? Like Vladimir here is doing, later we see Mr. Roger Learned coming forth doing 2 matches single day. Same arm as well. How often is this,
So
gentlemen?
Rogers is different arms.
Rogers
That
different
is the
arms.
difference.
So
That's-
Vlad is just doing this
Vlad is
because
just
he's
doing
that confident.
right arms.
Love it.
Roger's doing different arms, which is still very impressive, don't get me wrong, but the same arm is very unheard of. You don't see that often. Maybe at an amateur tournament, if you have a guy who's very dominant, he'll pull a couple classes.
Let's take a look at this one and why exactly it is that we're going to the straps here and how exactly this foul kind of happened, right?
Yeah, so we're in the straps here already, and you can see that it's very subtle, but Chris moves his shoulder forward and dips in before Brian gives the go. Normally, you would get a warning for that, but due to it being in a referee's grip, everything's a foul. 2 fouls, you're done.
Absolutely. I mean, hey, you know, in these rounds, you want to cheat a little bit, right? I mean, hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Hey,
but
100%. But in ref script, you got to be way more careful because those when you cheat, it costs you more.
That's right.
Hey, exactly, especially with these guys, right? They will catch you. They'll catch you right to speed and take a quick one right there. And you see Johnson there was trying to kind of get out of it because he could tell the way this one was going. He could read the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
He looked to bring Vlad's hand down just a bit on that.
Take a look at this replay film.
It's actually very interesting because that flop was much better than the first flop we saw.
I think he was more committed to it on that one.
Yeah, and Vlad's riser looks like it's very, very dominant at this point. But if you get on that flop and you can get Vlad's bicep exposed and you're not fighting the hand anymore, and Chris has his shoulder involved like he wants, he may be able to get an advantage in that sense and get the win.
So the buckle on Chris's hand here, but he looks to have some, you know.
He's grabbing
Good
higher
coverage
this
on
time
this
than
thing,
outside
yep.
of the strap, but you can see when Vlad pushes that elbow forward,
yeah.
he just takes everything away. And I know how that feels. It can be very frustrating when someone is just that powerful.
Oh, man, here we go.
Throw forth here, trying to ploy his height advantage.
Wow.
And oh my goodness, the torque wrench is in process.
Wow,
My goodness, once you're caught there, there's just very little you can do.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see if these guys decide to pull the 5 like they're allowed to, because Chris got inside there, and he seemed to give Vlad some issues. We'll see that here. Got everything he wanted. Vlad just pulled it over, and then very good positioning with his elbow, too. Chris is very strong, though.
Man, oh man. Something else I do not envy is that peg getting pulled on for support, man. Crazy stuff. Face of concentration right there, and the Russian assassin taking down another one.
Yeah, so it seems like they're not going to maybe pull the 5 just because I know Vlad has another match coming up, as we've been talking about. So we'll have Kevin up there.
Obviously, again, as Dakota was mentioning here, we're fully welcome to have these wrestlers come in, do a full extra couple rounds. Given that Vlad here is doing another one, we'll forego that for now. Kick it on down to Kevin.
Vlad, an impressive win, brother. How are you feeling?
I feel great. Yeah, I was very happy. Chris, you're really strong, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. You prepared well. So my match, I told, and everything went as I expected.
Yeah, you look very calm up there. You know what you're doing. He impressed me too. I saw him, training earlier, warming up a bit. Impressive arm wrestler. Are you ready for your next match?
Yeah, I am.
There you have it, folks. What's next for you, Vlad?
All right. Yeah, I'll see you later.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. We'll be right back.
Join the resistance. Our mission at Resistance in Rotation is to continue to innovate and create products that help people achieve their fitness goals while avoiding injury. Get yours today at resistanceinrotation.com. Repel Restoration Incorporated, located in Deer Park, New York, is Long Island's first choice for the finest artistic masonry contractors around. If you can dream it, we can build it. That's what we do. Schedule your free estimate at repelrestoration.com.
Big Stack 103.9 is rocking the fall with the best music. Tune in and rock out with your favorite hits. And stay updated with the latest news that matters to you. Whether you're jamming on the job or rocking out at home, we've got the music to keep you going. Big Stack 103.9, where rock lives. Visit us at BigStack1039.com.
Hello and welcome back, folks. Supermatch numero 3 is coming down, and that is Sam the Saber Mitchell descending the stairs right now.
This guy is built for arm wrestling. I've faced him before. Tough kid, man. Tough kid.
Tough guy. Tough
Tough
guy.
guy. He's 26.
Speaking of tough, Tufton Borough, that's where he hails from, a carpenter. Another man who works with his hands, 26 years old. Dakota?
Trade work, working with his hands, foundation for his hand strength. I mean, you can tell when you look at the guy, his hands for a 176 puller are abnormally large. When I gripped up with him, I was like, man, you have a gift there. Make sure you use it against a guy like Hunter Braaton.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to this match. This is the one I've looked forward to most out of all these matches today, these two.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're staring at the fourth place right-hander, the East versus West Finals qualifier. Got second with his left. Now, he is getting ready. He is getting steady. He's like eyeing the other side of the table, just waiting. Just waiting. Cue the Jaws music here in a second, folks. We got our City Slicker. Let's take a look at our country, folks. That is Hunter, the Hitman Braaton.
I love Hunter, man. Great teammate, great arm wrestler. If he could stay out of his head today, I think that he could win this very easily.
They call him the Hitman for a reason, man. He likes that top roll. His fact is he's a seasoned weekend warrior fisherman. I mean, reeling in them big fish can help with all that arm wrestling
I
for
love
sure.
that. Hey, part salesman as well. Again, fair to assume the man works with his hands. Two mid-20-year-olds. Talk to me a little bit of how much age has an effect here.
Well, it certainly can. You know, the old man strength, that's a real thing, dude. The shelf life in arm wrestling is very long.
Yeah.
Are you saying that because you're old, Kevin?
I kind of am. Hey, Hunter's been in this a while now. So Sam, what, 4 or 5 years, I think. Again, I've got experience with both these guys. Very similar. I was really excited to hear that both these guys are going to be facing each other today.
Not a major numerical difference there, folks. Probably didn't talk about it too much. Only, what, an inch or so in height. Couple of pounds in difference. Guys ready. Hunter, the Hitman Braaton. We got Sam Saber Mitchell on the right. Getting a look, and that's quite a stance Hunter's pulling out early, like that full angle on the left side.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, they call him the Hitman for a reason, and we're going to see that today.
See if there's a contract out in old Sam Mitchell.
You can see Hunter with a height advantage here, and he
There
gets
it
the
is,
wrist
folks.
and dives into the press and gets the win in round one.
Love it, love it.
He's very hyped.
Okay, so we're waiting
There's
for
the country, folks.
Waiting for the confirm right now. Love it. If this is a point, Hunter, which I believe it was, we're getting conversation between the refs right now. Okay, yeah, so came close to coming off Pat. I don't believe he actually did, right?
No.
If so, that's going to be the first point for our country, folks.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be biased, but that was a pure ass whooping we just saw right there.
Man, Hunter just came on top. He came with that rise. You can see off the start, he got the height advantage, got the hand, and once he got the hand, very wisely dove into a press, did not let Sam get the slip, kept on top of the hand, and pressed it down for the first win for the country folk.
Hey, you know, with that said, though, Sam, still a dangerous guy.
Oh, yeah.
He cannot overlook this Hunter. I'm telling you right now.
And no, these are two very smart guys. This round one is not going to look the same as round two. They're going to make adjustments. They're going to go on, and it's going to be a completely different battle.
And this looks like probably the most versatile match coming up into this one. Now, first point here for country folks. It is a best of 5, of course. It is best of 5, but a fantastic start for old Hunter there.
Absolutely.
Proud favorite.
Let's see if he can keep it going. Good sportsmanship by both guys. I like these guys a lot. But, of course, I'm on the country folks side, man. Come on now.
Now we are getting a sideline judge here, Ben Brooks calling. Okay, gotcha. We're going to go through this one, and we're going to review the first round after this one, guys. Don't want to stop this momentum as it started.
Sam looking to load up there, looking to press, maybe going to a hook.
Sam gets on top of the hand this time. He's coming over. Hunter gets into that press, is on the thumb. Referee is making a call. Elbow foul on Hunter, they called there.
Hunter,
interesting call.
Okay, gotcha. So elbow comes off right here. We'll maintain neutral positioning here, Kevin, for this super match.
Kevin's going crazy in the booth, you guys.
Kevin is going crazy in the booth. I'm glad there's not a camera on us right now. Of course, Hunter Braaton's name right now on the right side in the red. He's actually on the left. They'll be switching sides as they go, as they trade points, right?
Yes, he needs to be careful not to blow up here. Take your time, both guys.
Bell is rung. We'll be starting point number 2 here in just a second.
Hunter's going to want to keep his rise. You can see Sam's fighting it back. So far, whoever's gotten the rise seems to have the advantage, getting on top of the hand. Of course, patience is so key. Hunter holding the cup, gets the thumb again, dives into a press, dives down, and he gets a second pin, you guys.
There you go. Look at the veins in the neck right now as the Hitman claims a second. Will this contract be sold out in 3? Or will we see a little bit better here? Let's take a look at this replay, exactly how this one happened. Yeah, you even see attempting to slip.
He kept his elbow on the pad for that hit. The Hitman making it happen for the country folk. I'm loving this.
When you're in that position, Sam's in, where someone's on your thumb and they're putting that down pressure on there, you can see at the end of the replay a painful expression. nothing's worse when someone's pushing down on your thumb like that. That actually can be a disadvantage of having a big hand, Kevin.
Believe me, he's the greatest story ever told in arm wrestling is the Hitman Vicious Playboy Roy. I know this guy better than anybody. He's whooped my ass time and time again, and my hands, my fingers, I've felt it.
And here we go. It looks like we're going to have one more round. If Hunter gets this, it will be the first official win for Country Folk.
Yeah.
He's got to keep doing what he's doing, I would say. He seems to be really confident in the setup. He's getting on top of the thumb, and he's not letting go. I think Hunter's being very smart on this by not going to straps. If you're winning outside of straps, why do you need to go there?
Exactly.
Very, very fair point, Dakota. Yeah, so, and if this goes, another point to Hunter Braaton. That will be 3 sweeps in a row. First 2 going the way of the City Slickers. Last one, if it happens, still
don't count anybody out, especially this guy, the Saber, Sam
Counting out
Mitchell.
the Saber would be a mistake, my friend. $500 on the table. Will be decided another round, or we're going to go the distance here. We'll see.
Hunter predicted last night a win, so this would be a 3-2 match. So
everybody predicted a 3-0 win for themselves, right?
No, he predicted 3-2.
Yeah,
Hunter predicted 3-2.
Oh, no, that's right. That's right. That's a really good point.
So he thinks Sam's going to get one. We'll see. I don't think he thinks that right now, though, guys. He's very high. These guys are fighting for their grip. I love to see this. You need to get what you want in arm wrestling.
As they should, absolutely. Sam looking to set up a little bit different here.
Hunter had height there. The referee's grip, I would say, almost maybe bailed Sam out of that one. I think this referee's grip could be in Sam's favor due to the fact that webbing is going to be a lot more equal.
Yeah, so Hunter Braaton as well, we talked about it. Both 5'11", not any real difference there, right?
No.
But he has been coming forth and just basically throwing shoulders over here to just get that top and just push it into points so far. 2 of them thus far, and no straps necessary.
Again, it's not over. Sam, great endurance, trains with some great people. You know, this very well could go.
Hunter's getting
the
close
distance.
Second.
Yeah.
About to go here. Straighten him out. And, it goes into a hook this time, and Sam gets a drag, but
That's a
Hunter
great
is
hook.
locked
Hunter
into
needs
place.
to get behind his arm.
Hunter is pulling through it, but he's
He
stretching
needs to
himself
reset.
out. Oh, man, what was the call there? I didn't see that.
Not 100% what the call was. Getting it in from the referee right now.
Elbow
might have been
foul
almost
called on Hunter.
Oh, okay.
I think when Hunter went to reset there and come back, his elbow probably hopped off the pad.
Gotta be on the top of it, right? Yep.
Hunter right there needs to sit back, catch him. Don't surge. Let him bleed out. Hunter was in a good position there. He needs to slide over behind his arm.
Yes.
Let the tricep and bicep do some work.
You can
take a look at this.
Slide over.
You can see here Hunter gets pulled into a bad position, but he's slowly pulling himself.
Yep, there you go. And
Yeah.
And you see the elbow come across right there. Fantastic call from the referees to make sure, again, entertainment equals purpose as well as safety for our wrestlers.
Yeah, 100%. Hunter's one of them guys been pulling forever. He's got that elbow integrity that we're probably a little more confident letting him pull there than someone maybe not. But very curious to see if this goes hook or top roll, you guys. It's been all over the place so far.
Hey, that was almost a successful hook for Mitchell in the first point here earlier, but going to be a reset. Still match point here. Still match point.
And Hunter gets a way better pull, but Sam pulls him over.
He needs to stay
getting
there.
on top of his shoulder this time.
Got to stay on top there.
Hunter is driving down, drives into the press. He's opening Sam's arm.
Yep.
And
another elbow.
I'm waiting for the referee's call. No.
That looked like another elbow to me. We'll get confirmation from our judges. Hang on just a second.
Elbow foul.
Try and get a replay. Look at this one. Try and get a little bit of better idea of what exactly we're looking at.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, too, we do have a third referee. We do have a third referee here with us, and they're actually going to look over as well.
There you go. So that's going to be it. Referees both agree. That's a third here for Hunter Braaton, and the country folk get there first. A fantastic stuff. We'll take a look at these replays, exactly how this one went down. But what an electrifying match, Dakota.
Yeah, very much so.
That is close. That is close
that
right
is
there.
Close.
He's flirting with it. He'd gotten the phone number, but didn't quite ask it out yet. Oh, the elbow on the pad.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm.
So getting confirmation from our sideline judge here, Ben. There's a little bit of wiggle room, like that'll pop up there, Dakota. That's being all right. Of course, it's when it's a sustained separation from the pad from your elbow. That's when there's a problem. Again, for competitive sakes as well as safety.
We're doing the first look, and the other thing that the referees have to determine on this is Hunter's elbow makes the very big hop when he's going in for the pin. So we need to determine,
there
was Hunter's elbow off before or after the pin was made?
That's really the question that has to be answered. Our referee is obviously having a much better look at this one, but did kind of seem like it a little bit. We'll have continued, and of course, a coercive
It
effort
looks like
here.
they're
Everybody
still
here,
discussing
and this is
here.
the discussion
If
right
I'm
now,
Hunter,
yes.
I'm staying dialed in and ready for another round
Yes,
just to
exactly.
be safe.
We saw the replay there, and I do believe that's going to be enough. Our referees figuring it out here between them. These are two very fair guys. That's why we flew them in. We do have our third here as well. Take one more look at this one. One more look.
The big thing for me is not the question of whether or not Hunter's elbow came off. It's was the pin made before
the elbow came off, right? Yeah. So of course, the pin comes once our referees say so. View being blocked as of right now. Now here comes the pressure. That's a little bouncing. That's
see,
legal.
those are
That's
little legal bounces,
Yeah.
but there becomes a point when you can see air. See there, I don't know if it's a pin or not there. There's a hop.
And he has not called it quite yet. You can see the fingers, a little pinch right there. So
In
it's
my
looking like
opinion-
elbow came off
In
first.
my opinion, you could complain about every little round. To me, that was a match.
Okay. One man's opinion. We'll have the referees confirm it one way or
At
the
the
other.
end of the day, the referees have the say. They have two big TVs there they can look out with.
Yep.
We will see what they determine.
Absolutely.
That did not, to me, in my opinion, look. And hey, I'm biased.
Hey, perhaps
no.
why we're in the booth, my
They,
friend. That's
they,
why we're
the
in the booth.
referees did make an official decision there, guys. They did call a second foul on Hunter, and they gave Sam the win. So it is now 2-1 for Hunter, and we are going to see the first non-sweep of the night, guys.
Yep, so 2 fouls yields a point the other way for Sam, the Saber Mitchell. We'll see if he can ploy that momentum into another round win here to tie up this series, gentlemen.
Now, Kevin, very interesting. I want to say something quick. If we've been talking about Hunter being in his own head on this, we need Hunter to stay focused here because I think this match is still his.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of emotion in this match, and rightfully so, man. Hey.
Oh!
Sam goes inside for a press
It's a
now.
quick one. Blink and you miss it, gentlemen. Sam Mitchell bringing it back here for the City Slickers. We got a tied series. We'll take a look at this one again in a second.
Yeah, you can see the shoulder commitment and how important it is there. Sam changes things up, gets the supination, and gets on the press.
Hunter needs to stick back.
Yeah.
He's hitting. He's absorbing at this point. He needs to sit back.
I
hit.
think right now, guys, it's a rise battle. So far, what I've seen, whoever's
Yes.
been on top and gotten the top position has been getting what they want. I mean,
High
2-2.
ground wins.
2-2, you don't get better matches than this, guys.
Dude, it was coming in at 2-0. I thought we were about to get another sweep. Get this fourth
Yeah.
match going over here, right? You know who's happy this is going the distance?
What did I tell you
Vladimir.
guys? I thought this was going to be the match of the night, and so far, man.
So
hey,
far, man.
The man
Hey.
called it. The man called it. Love it. Hunter, ready. There you go.
Look at
There's
that.
a
Good
sportsmanship.
sportsmanship.
Yes, sir.
You love to see it, guys. And I mean, that's the thing. Both these guys are putting it all on the line out there, and they respect each other's commitment and work. And you can see, actually,
he needs to go
Hunter
high,
changed
keep staying high.
almost everything. Changed almost everything in the setup.
Oh, absolutely.
Kevin, what were you saying?
I think Hunter needs to stay high. Riser,
Yep,
keep those
I get
knuckles
you. I
high.
couldn't. Yep, there you go.
Oh, we're
here we
deep
go.
inside.
Oh, that's pretty even. No, Hunter pulling an advantage right here, back and forth. Now maybe
Man.
this is just a battle of
These
endurance.
guys
It's death
are
by a
going
thousand
at
cuts.
it. Hunter is reaching around and slowly gaining leverage on Sam.
He needs to
look at
stay
that.
there.
There
He
you
needs
go.
to drive
There's the
down
effort.
with the bottom of his hand and cause Sam's
Gotta
palm
get this
up.
turned. That's looking like it.
He's getting
Trying
on
to let it
top of
go.
Sam now,
There
and he
you
pushes
That's
go.
a
him
Okay.
down.
match.
Okay.
That is a match.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Sorry about that, Ben. There you go.
Wow.
Excitement, the fire and the flames, and Hunter Braaton executes his contract.
Wow, guys, that is insane. Very nice win for Hunter.
Love
Let's
it.
take a look at this
Love
replay,
it.
guys.
Dude, I think this actual action here took longer than our entire first match.
Man, these guys this was a great hook battle, not only because their power was so even, but you can see the takeover. Like, you can see Hunter change positions. We'll go to
Dude,
Kevin here to
you
talk
can
to
watch the strats go there, but let's kick it on down to Kevin, the interview action.
Hunter the Hitman, ladies and gentlemen. What did I tell you, folks? That was going to be the match of the night right there. Hunter, how you feeling, man? What's going through your mind?
I feel phenomenal right now. This is my first left-handed super match. Predominantly I'm a right-handed arm wrestler. Just been training and training. Seems to have paid off a little bit.
Absolutely. So, with that round, when you had the foul, I'm always going through and telling you you're always in your head. What was going through your mind in that?
Go time. just got to clear my mind, keep my mind straight, and keep working for the match, the win.
Absolutely, man. I'm really proud of you. You've always been a guy that has got the talent. You know, you just got to get the mindset. And tonight, I think you showed it absolutely, man.
Yep. Perseverance. Perseverance is a big deal. I'd like to give a shout out to my parents, too, always being my biggest fans. All my sponsors. Amazing. It's a great film.
All right, Hunter. Well, I love you, brother. Congratulations. Folks, City Slickers versus Country Folk will be right back.
Pro Gear, a brand that is designed for the dedicated. We take our training seriously. Only the best for the best to be the best. Check out our facilities online at ProGearGym.com. Gripzilla, make hands strong again. Shipping available worldwide at gripzilla.co. The Fork of New York is your go-to social media hub for captivating videos that spotlight everything from top-notch restaurants to swanky real estate. Our main course, delicious food content, because we know what everybody eats. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to catch all the culinary and lifestyle magic happening across New York and beyond. The Fork of New York.
Welcome to 99.9 Big Sky Sports, your premier sports radio station covering the Big Sky and beyond. Stay connected with the latest sports news and exclusive updates that matter to you. Tune into your favorite shows. Check out our schedule. And don't miss out on exciting contests or a chance to win great prizes. Download our app for live streaming and exclusive offers. Follow us on social media for updates and behind-the-scenes content. Visit 999bigskyssports.com to learn more.
Hello and welcome back. Mabel presents Country Folks versus City Slickers. Speaking of them City Slickers, descending the stairs right now, that's Vladimir Sidorovnin.
If he can get it done again, folks, he was really fired up in that last match supporting his guy, the Saber. Maybe he could take out some of that emotion in this match.
Well, we will see. We will see. Hey, Miles Hutton's going to be a tough one to take on, but this construction worker has got it ready. Already wrestled once, took it down in 3-0, Dakota.
Yeah, man. I mean, he looks very impressive in his first match. I don't think he's going to be trying to change much with Miles, but I think that Miles brings a completely different
listen,
mindset.
Miles is really slippery. He's got a big hand. I can tell you right now, with as much experience as this guy has, he's never felt a big hand like Miles.
Hey, the crowd favorite there. The crowd favorite.
Yeah, he's
shaking hands, kissing babies. I love it.
He's getting the crowd going, and he looks like he's locking in again, man. It just, I think it's so tough to do matches this close back to back at this caliber. This caliber is crazy to do something like that. I'm just so curious for this match just to see that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Vladimir has taken his position for the second time tonight. Now, that's a City Slicker. Let's take a look at our Country Folk wrestler coming on in for Supermatch number 4. Folks weighing in at 210 pounds. That's Miles Hutton with quite a mustache across his face.
And he's sporting the Matt Mask hoodie there, I see.
Absolutely. You know, he made the table that we have here today. I think he made it. He talked these guys into making it for this event. He wants a little, little good luck charm.
A little extra, little je ne sais quoi, right? Welder and rancher, man works his hands. 32 years old, out of Turner, Montana. Asked him what his power move was. He said everything.
Oh, man. And he is a cancer survivor.
Yes.
He's been on remission for 16 years.
16 years.
An awesome story to hear from Miles, man.
Love
He's
it.
coming up through the rankings.
That hat on the head, love it as well. Now, this is our first time that we've seen a significant height differential, guys. 6'3", taking on 5'10". 5'10" has already wrestled once. 10-pound difference can come into play here, but about a half inch on bicep, quarter-inch forearm, full inch and a half from the elbow to fingertip. Talk to me.
That's what I've always said. Once you get about 10 pounds in, weight classes, it can make a difference.
Especially after you pulled a match, man. Elbow to fingertip, though, being 1.5 inches longer with the hand that Miles possesses. If he uses his hand properly with that advantage, Unless there's a crazy strength difference, he should be able to get what he wants in this match.
That height differential is just going to be crazy. I mean, just spending some time around Miles, you just get a feel for what presence of a man he is. You know what I'm saying? 6'3" and looks every inch of it.
Beautiful table that Miles built, by the way, like I said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he built that quick, man. One day he's like, hey, I'm building it. Like 5 minutes later, he said, I'm done. I was like, okay.
You saw the welder, rancher, man works with his hands. He was ready to get it done, and he came out, showed out here for Mabel. Get this one going. Vladimir,
Deep
a
in the
little
hook.
bit.
I'm very surprised Miles went that way against a guy like this.
Yeah.
Miles is staying in tight, but he got pulled over. That's where Vladimir's strong, guys.
That's an unsustainable angle as well, and he got there really quickly.
We'll see on this replay that Miles starts with a low hand and goes into a cupped hook. That should not be the way Miles is going, you guys.
I completely agree. Absolutely. Vlad, man, a lot of experience. He's Russian. You want to talk about a man? He's a man.
Yeah, he is the man. You know, I got to sit down and talk with him quite a little bit about his trip, his life story, how he came from the very small town of Krasnodar, Russia. About 4,000 people live there in that village, and has gotten here to America. He said it himself. Nobody expected him to be here. Well, he just took his first point.
Here's the thing, guys. He is completely negating Miles' hand that we were talking about when he supinates in like that. Miles should be going up and over unless Vladimir's hand is that strong.
I completely agree. Miles should use that length, that lever that he has, in the hand that he has.
Make Vladimir uncomfortable. Make him do something he doesn't want to do. Don't go up there. See a hook again.
Oh,
very
here we go.
interesting.
Vlad.
He's going for the roll, but Vladimir, I think, has too much on it this time. But Miles is holding very
Miles
well.
needs to stick right where he's at.
Yep,
Don't
look at the height advantage, right, Kevin?
Absolutely.
Ooh, what was the call there? I believe there was a call.
I don't think he touched. Yeah, so that's.
Also, they called a pin on that winner for Vladimir. The refs have better eyes than we do, guys. We can't see that angle. If you see anything with the wrist line or hands drop beneath, they'll stop the match and call a win. I'm sure that's what happened there.
That makes sense. Let's check out this replay and exactly how it went down.
Miles.
He's so tall we can barely see the hands over his head.
You see Miles, he seems to be adjusting too many times. He looks to have a little bit of an advantage there at one point or another, but again, stop readjusting.
I'm going to say what you said at last one, Kevin. I would like to see Miles' top roll right now. I would like to see a high hand back pressure top roll. Let's stop giving Vladimir exactly what he wants and go right where he's powerful.
But then again, like you said, maybe Vlad is just too powerful there. Miles doesn't like it, so he feels like maybe the only thing he's got is to go in that lane.
Very well, but sometimes, guys, you have to go places you don't want to go.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
He's going to take you out to the deep waters, Miles. You got to learn how to swim.
Yeah, hey, the Russian here getting ready to get it going for the third again, folks. He's already wrestled once. This point goes down the way of Vladimir. That'll be it for this $500 super match, gentlemen. Let's get it started in just a second.
Another thing, too, we haven't seen a referee's grip. We haven't seen a strap. There's so many factors to this that we haven't seen
match,
yet.
Right? We haven't seen that at all.
You know
across
why?
any of these. Yeah.
Because they're both men.
Okay, Kevin. Some people like the strap, okay? I'll
Hey,
defend the strap. People.
There you go. Saying it here, straps are for men.
Yeah,
There
you know
go.
what?
Getting this one
Miles shakes
started.
his head, and
Miles needs to get behind his arm.
yeah, Vladimir.
That's not going to be
third
enough.
pin. Very
Nope.
impressive by Vladimir to
Not
do that
going to be
twice in a
enough.
row.
You see Miles shaking his head right there. That's a little bit of disappointment. Great sportsmanship right there from Vladimir, but we're going to hear from him again after another $500 going down for him. Oh, maybe it's going to be splitting it up here a little bit. I'm not 100% sure.
I think they're
Just leave it on the
deciding
table?
if they want to pull all five right now or not.
Okay, got you,
You have the option. Seems that they opted in for that. Now that it's over, pressure's off. You can see they're just pulling to pull. If I'm Miles here, I'm putting all I can into back pressure onto Vlad's fingers. I want to try and get something.
Gotcha. So they're going to be doing at least one more round here, folks. See how this one shakes out in the end. Now, of course, the win has already gone the way of the Russian.
Yeah,
of the
first
Russian
to
right
three,
here
you can
Vladimir.
choose to pull five if you like. I still see Vlad's arm getting a rub down at Miles, so I do
some
believe.
teammates here from Vladimir insisted that I say this. The Russian tank right there. Well, maybe those are his treads getting rubbed down right now. Talk to me a little bit, and given that there's might be some people who are watching arm wrestling for the first time here on the night, talk to me a little bit about what he's doing there with the forearm.
So he's putting his arm up in the air, obviously, for gravity to pull the blood out of his arm. And then when they're rubbing that downward motion, they're just pumping the blood outside of the forearm.
Yep.
A lot of people who are new to arm wrestling may think that it's a bicep sport, but it's actually a forearm sport. It's a lot of hand control, a lot of forearms, and you need to get the blood out of there, especially when you've pulled 2 matches. Like, it just builds up.
I can imagine that starts to burn there, little lactic acid.
Yeah,
right?
any little break will cause that lactic acid to slowly build up. We'll see if the straps changes anything here. Miles could possibly use it to his advantage to hopefully get outside of Vladimir. But from what I've seen so far, the cup of Vladimir seems to just be dragging anyone inside. And then he slowly, like a boa constrictor, drags you inwards.
Just that Bermuda triangle right there in the middle of his palm. Once he turns that and gets it to where he wants to, like, yes, some of this is his initial position, but it just seems like Vladimir can find this wherever he wants to. Even if, like, Hutton has so far has had, like, a little bit of pressure his own way, and it kind of looks like, oh, well, that might start it his way. Immediately finds the neutral, and immediately after that finds the advantage there for the Russian tank.
Yeah, no, 100%. You said it great. Curious to see with the strap here. Referees decides to redo it. I don't think it was tight enough. If I'm Miles, I would we're switching straps, actually. If I were Miles, I would opt to maybe have a little bit of a looser strap. You can work the strap a little better. You can get on top of his hand. But Vladimir, with his cup and side pressure, he's going to want that strap as tight as possible.
Getting this one started in the straps in just a second. I want to go ahead and take the opportunity to give a big shout out to some of the organizations that make competitions just like this one possible. First and foremost, of course, Redleg Studios. All of your production needs Redleg Studios and the M Spot. Big shout out Gear Grabbers Garage as well, and Luke Cody, as well as the New York Tri-State Arm Wrestling Group. Big shout out Steve Hernandez. Appreciate you for your help in getting stuff like this done and made possible.
Yeah,
of course, as well as the Stadium Sports Bar and Casino, Dakota.
Of course, I was just going to say it's awesome to see these guys out here setting up matches like this. It's very fun when you get the Eastern guys out, come pull the Western guys, or vice versa. Just because there's always talk. It's, oh, I think I can beat this guy. I think I can beat this guy. It's like, okay, well, let's see it then. Let's get it set up. Let's have it going.
Let's see it.
Miles gets the hand in the strap and gets on top. But
here's the turn.
See, that's very interesting to me because I don't think that is Vladimir. I think that's Miles making a mistake. But now that the hook is set, I have to go with Vladimir.
Just as a reminder, folks, this is a match that Vladimir has won, $500. They're going to do all 5 rounds right now. And this is a long one. Maybe Hutton's regretting this one right now if he can't take this down after all of this. This is such a long marathon.
I'm telling you, you do not see that very often at all. You don't see someone get their hand busted back and they get it back in. I think... for those of you that don't know, Miles is quite a new puller still, and I think that was a technical error on his part, giving it back to Vlad. Because if you get on that hand, especially with a guy like Vlad, you want to stay back and outside. And Vlad now takes Miles' hand and top rolls him.
Palm down skis, and that's going to be enough for the Russian. Strap done for right now, and initially, I think you and I were thinking the same thing, Dakota, that this is going to be a little bit more advantage that Hutton here can go forth and ploy into an advantage and a point. Miles Hutton, unfortunately, can't quite get this one done. Now let's kick it. A little post-game interview action with Kevin, that Playboy Roy.
Hey, congratulations, man. You're a little bit richer after this second match, huh?
Yeah, a little bit tired.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, absolutely. What was your impression, or what did you feel with Miles?
He went completely wrong directions. From the first round, I gave him a chance on the fourth round, tried to top roll him, and he didn't use that advantage. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You look very comfortable, confident up there. Let's take a look at this replay here. You definitely kept your hand in contact. How did his hand feel?
He's strong. But again, he needs to do the right.
How's Montana been for you since you've been here?
Montana's great. Yeah, we went to...
Well, hey, congratulations, Vlad. It was good. It's nice to meet you. You take care, brother. Folks, we'll be right back.
Through the Fingers podcast on YouTube. A battle unfolds with every grip, capturing arm wrestling moments that define a warrior, where every move tells a story. At Through the Fingers podcast on YouTube.
Hello and welcome back. Mabel presents Country Folk versus City Slickers. Speaking of them City Slickers, that's Roger Learned, the baby face.
Hey, there's nothing babyface about this guy, though. Let me tell you, he means business. I've watched him arm wrestle for a couple of years. He's got what it takes.
Yeah, man, coming out of Scranton, Pennsylvania. He is a delivery driver, 38 years old. He likes the hook as well. It seems like a lot of the guys here have been liking the hook. And he's mastered the art of two wives, you guys.
Leave that open to interpretation for you guys, folks. So, I also want to say, that is an appliance delivery driver. He ain't out here doing Uber Eats. He's taking appliances, like refrigerators, like washing machines, just little stuff like that.
Absolutely. Hey, man, when you've got a job like myself, I'm a truck driver, right? I used to be a delivery driver myself. You don't have a lot of time on the job to train, but that gives you that much more energy to train for the exact things you want, like arm wrestling.
There you go. Maybe we just got a little more insight to the master of the art of two wives right there. Love it. This is Roger Learn, the baby face. He looks anything like a trained killer right now, ready to get it going on the table. Taking a look at our country folk who is representing for us. Taking on Roger Learned is the man, the myth, the legend. That's big, sexy Joe Fehr.
Man, look at this guy's physique. He is built. He looks ready to go. He gives a double bye for us. And yeah, man, Eureka, Montana, plumber, 26 years old, outside top roll, played defensive end on MSU Northern football team. Kevin, tell us a little more about
We got a Max Crosby right here, folks. Hey, he's a familiar face. Joe's one hell of an arm wrestler. I'm looking forward to this match, guys.
Joe Fehr, crowd favorite. He's been a part of Mabel for quite a long time, Kevin and Dakota. Looking forward to this one in a big Montana fashion.
He's an original.
Taking a look, our tail of the tape. This right-handed Supermatch is going to see a 4-inch advantage for Joe Fehr. It's about 2 pounds here for Big Tex. That's Roger Learned. Bicep circumference, a little bit of a different story, though, Kev.
Just a little bit, but again, with the experience, both these guys being very strong, good in exactly what they do in their lane.
I think that elbow to fingertip on Joe Fehr is wrong. It said 16.75.
Oh, wow.
I can't see.
I was going to say mine's 18.
Yeah,
I'm short.
Yeah, he's got to be bigger than that because they had Rogers at 19. You'll see right here, the difference will not be that. Looks like Joe actually might have a longer arm.
Roger Learned is in the Army for 3 years. He's about to go battle again with Joe Fehr right now. Referees making sure this is an even start up right now. Doing the shoulders.
Joe's hand, just by looking, you can tell it's got a good thickness to it. It's quite a bit bigger than Rogers. We'll see if that causes any struggle.
Both shoulders leaning in here quite a bit. Both guys trying to get comfortable.
I think we all know where this one's going, guys. You can tell by the way they're set up. It's going to be an inside battle. It's who's stronger. I've been saying that all day.
Yeah. Ref's grip here, folks.
Okay, there you go. There's calling it. Now it's Brian in the back and Ray in the front, right?
Yes. Ray, yes. Yep. Awesome. Referee's grip here. Both referees on the same page with this from what I've seen. You move, you get a foul. That is how we have it set up here today. In the referee's grip, any movement before or after the setup, you will get a foul. You're better off to just let the referees do what they want with you and get the even grip.
I'd like to mention, too, both guys have done exceptionally well today, too.
Done a fantastic job. They are ready to go. You see Joe Fehr kind of like leaning back on this. He's ready to go.
Yeah, especially on a 2-foul system like this.
Yes.
You really want to be careful with your fouls.
They really only have a little bit of wiggle room. That's going to be...
Joe went over top, man. He went for a top roll there. I don't think Roger was expecting that.
Roger Learned, he's like, yep, okay, I see what you did. I see what you done there.
I think he was expecting that. Okay, big boy, you want to go into the strap? Let's go, man.
Oh, man.
To the straps we go. Let's take a look at this replay.
Wow, I got to say, guys, I know Roger's very experienced. We could see something different here, but Joe looked very, very controlling in that. The straps can change a lot, though, but if Joe keeps doing what he's doing and goes up for that top roll.
I think Joe probably looked faster than I've ever seen him hit. That was what is he training something different? Dakota, what? I mean,
I don't know, man. You can train speed, but sometimes speed is just something that comes with confidence. We talk about this all the time, but you will become faster as you have more trust in yourself and your move because it's a muscle memory at that point.
Absolutely. From what I've seen in the past, Joe's a bit of a slow puller, but that was really quick.
Rather fast, rather fast. We're talking about Roger learned here, just appeared in the Monster Factory tournament as well, and using some of the experience that he learned at that tournament here after a long slog. Kevin?
By the looks of it here, Roger's hand, in my opinion, does not look all that comfortable.
No, and you know what I'm seeing from Joe that I think is very interesting? He is starting with his pronation very loaded. You can see how he almost looks in an awkward position, the way his thumb is pushing to his left shoulder. That tells me a little different story than a favorite move being a hook.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens when they close the hands here, guys.
See how this one goes. Roger, intent on getting table time twice a week. Man works out every single day. We'll see how that muscle training goes down now as Joe Fehr has claimed another.
Yeah, very, very promising win from Joe there.
Yep.
I was going to say, I was curious to see how Roger will pull without his wrist, but he tried to keep wrist integrity the whole time. You'll see that on the replay here.
Joe with an exceptional hit. I wonder what Roger's game plan was right there, to absorb, to see maybe he can wrap up around and hook Joe, but hey, man, I don't know if you really want to go there either.
Yeah, so we have the eagle's eye, of course, right? But Dakota, talk to me a little bit about what the City Slicker can do to bring this one back and even up the series.
I mean, if I'm Roger and I'm feeling that uncomfortable with the hand, I got to try to be crafty, try to be tricky, do something that Joe might not be ready for, or else if I'm confident in pulling without my hand, I might try a flopper's press.
You know, and if there's a guy to do it that's got the arsenal for it, it's definitely Roger.
100%.
I've seen his style.
Yeah, he can pull very many different ways. You can see now Roger understands, and he is very close with his shoulder. He is looking at getting shoulder commitment. Like when Sam and Hunter were pulling in round 4, when Sam got his shoulder in there, it was a completely different match. Will we see that here?
The fans excited, and as they should be. This is going to be a banger. It's not over yet.
Hey, the drinks are flowing. The arm wrestling is a fiery. The arm wrestling's hot and the drinks are cold. How about that one? Joe Fehr, another quick one. Tapping toes.
Yeah.
Tapping tips of fingers right there. And that's another quick one for Joe Fehr. Look at that. There's just no emotion here. There's just no emotion.
I think that, well, no, he means business, man. I think Roger was a little caught off guard on that go. I think he would have had a little bit more if, he was a little bit more ready. But hey, you got to be ready every second. You got to be loaded however your style is. You got to be ready.
And Joe looked ready there, man. Let me tell you, he blasted over the top again. Roger could not get anything activated. I don't think this is as big of a strength gap as it seems to be right now.
Yeah.
I just think Joe is doing the right things to take Roger's strengths away from him, which is super important.
If you have that knowledge against your opponent, then, this is definitely a benefit.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And there's power takers and there's power pullers when it comes to arm wrestling, and it's just a matter of if you're going to overpower someone or if you're just going to make someone weaker than you.
Look at these great shirts, and man, Big Sexy's rocking it well.
I don't think that shirt's ever looked any nicer. There's the motion. That's
yeah,
what
let's
we were
get a
looking
back
for.
shot, Joe. Yeah, let's see it.
Joe hates that name, by the way. Ben insisted that we went with Big Sexy.
Well, then good. Let's keep calling him that.
Love it. Sportsmanship
shown.
first.
Awesome.
Sportsmanship first, Dakota.
Absolutely.
Yes. Roger floating his elbow a little bit, trying to get a little more grip on the hand there, and he's pulling backwards. Might want a referee's grip on this, guys. If he keeps kind of doing that, then could be signaling it.
Yeah, both these guys, Roger, Joe, you got to get what you want, especially when you're down, 2-0 right now. He needs to get what he wants, nothing less.
Well, and you know what? With 2-foul system, you have 3 early starts or 3 warnings, right?
He looks pretty square to me, but hey, I'm not up there.
Now, this is Roger Learn coming hot off of a win at the High 5 arm wrestling tournament. That was a 3-2 victory. That was against Uncle John, by the way.
Absolutely.
Absolute monster of the table right there. Now, taking a look at this one, possibly our last match point right here.
Yeah, it could be the first sweep for the country folk.
This is true. It looked like it was getting started earlier from Hunter Braaton. 2 points quickly. Brought that back to a tied series, and Hunter got it done in 5.
Yes. I know both guys very well. I knew that was going to be a banger. Let's see what happens here this next round.
Checking both. Yep, there you go. And now the instructions come in. We're not going quite yet. The key is in the ignition. The little glass
Yes.
cover is off, but we're not even pressed the red button quite yet.
I think what we saw there, guys, was both guys moving early in a referee's grip. Instead of handing out fouls, referee does a smart thing, says, guys, I can't have either of you moving.
Yeah.
I'm going to reset this. Let's do it again. I don't want anyone winning this on fouls.
No.
We want action here.
Absolutely. These guys have been great, letting these guys pull. Here we go, folks. Let's see if Roger can pull something out.
Strap first point. Okay, we're going to the straps again. I got to say, I kind of saw this one coming a little bit. So the straps in the first point. Second point, Joe Fehr got it even Stevens. No straps necessary. Looks like we're needing the third strap after Roger Lerner did let this one go.
So we're not going to see straps there, actually, because the referee called later on. He did call a foul on Roger for going early.
Even worse.
So, yes. So if you're Roger, that's not a great thing because it's going to be the exact same thing. They called Roger for going early.
Yeah.
I was going to say he looked very fast there. Referee thinks it was early. Now he's got to earn the straps all over again with one foul.
Key difference between fast and on point and too early, of course, Kevin.
And so there he gets the straps. But you can see when Joe was ready for that go, he looked much better off of the top.
I was right. It just took a little while to get there.
I think what Roger needs to do here is not hit. Absorb Joe. See if maybe he can muscle him over. You keep back pressure.
I can't agree with you there, Kevin.
No, I mean, hey.
Joe's looking so strong right now that if I'm Roger, I am loading.
Yeah,
and I'm maybe not going, like you said, as fast in one direction because you don't want to lose anything. But I'm trying to pull Joe and make him uncomfortable.
Well, even if you're pulling defensive, always attack the attacker. Always.
Okay, 100%. 100%. No,
Arm wrestling,
totally.
one of those things that there's plenty of defensive-minded moves, especially when you're talking about tiring out your opponent. But at the end of the day, you got to get aggressive to take points. Gentlemen.
Absolutely.
It's a chess match up there, guys. These guys are fighting for certain pieces that they want and they want to give away.
A lot of the match is determined by the setup, and anybody that knows arm wrestling knows that to be true here.
Oh, 100%. And it's three-dimensional, too, because sometimes giving up something is also getting something. It's very weird. I know that sounds weird, but that's just the way it is.
Trading position and giving your opponent something they think they can go forth and employ an advantage from, when in reality, you already knew what was going on the entire time. You already had this thing figured out.
100%.
Now,
Joe with his loaded pronation still. I see Roger looking to go fast, but he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to fall out of this. Still complaining, though. Not happy with it. And I think that's just because Joe is just feeling super solid today.
Fingers closed. Off to the races.
Yep.
And there it is, folks.
Wow. All of that. And unfortunately, Roger Lerner could not bring it down. Exited this one 0-3 and with the foul. Now, I feel like if we'd gone to straps earlier, Roger could have gotten to this result, like not the end result with him losing, but have gotten to this point a little bit faster instead of taking a foul first and then getting to that one. Possibly easy to say here from our booth, eyes in the sky, hindsight 2020, but perhaps one man's opinion. Joe Fehr, let's kick it on down to Kevin, a little interview action.
I was going to say, man, I need a little bit of height, all right? Joe's tall. But whichever side you guys want me. Joe, hey, man, a Mabel original and Joe Fehr. Great to have you back, man. What's going through your mind? How is Roger? I've watched a lot of him, and he's a good puller.
Yeah, Roger's a bad dude. It was closer than it looked, and today was my day, so.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Now, let's take a look at that replay. It looks like you got his pronation pretty fast. You were going pretty fast in that match.
Yeah, I mean, the first one was close. I'm telling you, he's strong. It was closer than it looked. So.
Yeah, he definitely looked like he knew what he was doing in the setup, but maybe your hand was just too much for him to deal with.
Yeah, I had a little bit of height and a little bit of hand on him, but he's a tough dude.
Absolutely, Joe. What do you think of these New York guys anyway?
They're all bad dudes. They all look tough. They all pull tough. So I got respect for them.
Absolutely, Joe. All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations again. Looking forward to seeing you. We will be right back, folks. Get some more action.
A special thanks to our host, Stadium Sports Bar and Casino. Watch your favorite sports on our massive HD screens. Savor mouth-watering wings, juicy burgers, and enjoy a cold brew from our full bar. With a lively atmosphere and friendly staff, it's the perfect spot to cheer on your team. Stadium Sports Bar and Grill, where the game is always on and the food is always hot. Gear Grabber's Garage. If your engine is making unfamiliar sounds, your ride's just not as smooth as it once was, Gear Grabber's Garage is the right choice for all your maintenance and repair needs.
welcome back our city slicker descending the stairs right now. We got Hton LeMay coming on down for your city slickers.
You know, I didn't realize how young this guy was. The way he presents himself, he's an articulate young man. He is strong. It's just yesterday he was telling us he didn't want a nickname.
That's funny. 20 years old. He is somehow all of our fathers, Dakota.
Yeah, man. I mean, 20 years old, very impressive puller. I've pulled with this guy myself when I was down in New York, actually. Power move the hook press, and he enjoys hiking. I mean, hey.
Well-rounded individual. Well-rounded individual. And hey, here in Montana, maybe we'll get to check out some of that, right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Hey, I've been saying a little side note here. All of our city slickers coming in to visit, you got to check out the Great Falls. It really is just a natural beauty to behold. Get on into this one. Talk a little about Hton.
Hton looks like he is feeling the moment, but at the same time, he's ready to go. He really likes that inside press, getting his shoulder in there. When he gets in there, man, he's a powerhouse, don't get me wrong, but he is pulling a man who does not let you get in there.
No, he's a versatile, arm wrestler, being as young as he is. He's got a lot of condition, endurance, and hey, man, I'm ready to see this
Absolutely,
match.
absolutely. It's the man taking him on. Mason Drosy descending the stairs right now. Flashes a smile to the camera. Ow, ow!
There we go, a showman. I love it. Very much like myself. That's what you got to bring to this sport.
Man, Mason's coming out of Whitecourt, Alberta, very close to where I live. He's an instrumentation tech. 20 years old himself. This is a battle of youth here, guys.
And he's already a two-time world arm wrestling champion.
Yeah, man, he is on a tear lately. He's been arm wrestling forever, and every year he just constantly improves. He put his power move as a back pressure hook there. He has a very unorthodox back pressure hook.
Absolutely. Looking at a little bit of a height advantage here for Mason, right? Got 5 inches right there, and we've seen how that height advantage can come forth and ploy a difference, Kevin.
It definitely can, but you see here elbow to fingertip. It's not much of a difference, but hey, every centimeter counts in any movement, any lever.
Yep.
Hey, we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. There's the bell, Dakota.
Man, those of you who haven't seen Mason pull, I hope you guys are ready. This is always fun to watch this kid pull, and Hton is fireworks. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get there.
He's no joke, man.
Left-handed super match. This is first of a couple, or one of a couple, I should say.
Southpaw match. Here we go.
Yeah, both these guys actually, fun fact, are coming off of mild to severe injuries on their right arms.
Oh, okay.
So this is why this is a left arm match. Mason very calm, composed in the setup. Hton trying to get very, very high. Mason has a good wrap. Mason's hand is deceivingly good.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I haven't gripped up with him yet, so.
Oh, you'll have to later.
There'll be plenty of time, plenty of availability for that. Got to sit down with Hton LeMay a little bit. Like you guys said, 20 years old. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That was a quick one right there. My goodness.
The crowd
Blink and you'll miss it.
on that one because I don't know if they knew what happened.
Well, you know what happened, guys? Mason did what he always does. He says back pressure hook, but it's very deceiving. He has incredible supination and cup, and when you can see on this replay, he pushes forward and sideways at the same time, and he attacks 2 different pressure angles on your arm.
You see how that just...
At that angle, you could almost see Hton's hand a little compromised. I can tell he didn't like it.
Wow, you just saw how quickly that turned right there. Again, it's like you be in the middle of a twister, dude. Be in the middle of a tornado right there. Equal amount of force, Kevin.
Yeah,
you got that right.
Mason's timing is impeccable, and if you aren't used to pulling him and your nervous system isn't used to pulling him, he causes your neurons to fire on one direction, and then he pulls you the other way, and it's just so hard to explain unless you pull him.
Tricking my arm. That's not fair.
Look
oh,
at this guy.
Goodness.
You can see Hton got something there, though, and a little bit of a stop. Very impressive.
This guy is slippery.
Oh, yeah, man.
Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. 2 quick ones there for your country folk. Now, giving it an update, we had a couple of people asking, right? 11 super matches so far. The score is 3-2 advantage City Slickers. The way Mason Drosy is playing right now, though, my goodness.
Yeah, guys, this replay is very interesting. You see how far around Mason is on Hton's hand and takes his pronation completely away? That is because of the grip that Mason gives, and he's back pressure at the same time, but it's side pressure. Hton, though, very impressive getting a stop there. When you're twisted like that, you're completely on your bicep, and you're getting that side pressure that Mason's giving you. It's very hard to stop, and Yeah, I mean, it's just impressive, honestly, on Aiden's part.
Mason,
A lot of momentum
very,
right
very impressive. But hey, man, maybe Aiden's just getting a little warmed up here.
I don't think so, Kevin. I'm biased on this one, I must say, my fellow Canadian.
I like both guys. Hey, but
I've seen this guy pull many different people in many different scenarios, and he always finds adversity and finds a way.
Yeah.
And looks like he's doing the same thing here.
Left hand, right hand. Those world championships were not taken by mistake. Let's just say that.
Aiden, Aiden has nothing to lose here. If I'm Aiden, I'm trying to fight for everything I want. Give me a foul.
Here we go.
Oh, you see Aiden got in his press there.
Does that
Mason.
count? Oh, no, I think we're indicating elbow right here. Indicating elbow.
Yeah, so they called an elbow foul on Aiden, so it'll just be a restart there. But very surprising, Aiden actually got the jump there and got his shoulder involved first. Mason seemed to be pulling it back, but I know when Aiden gets set on his tricep, you can see his tricep right now, guys. It's powerful, and it could cause Mason some issues.
Hey, that was Mason Drosy giving the Neo, like, come here. Just like, you know, motion him in.
Mason said,
step into my parlor, so the spider to the fly.
Yeah, Mason's like, you got the jump on me once. See if you can do it again.
I'm not sure what Aiden's doing here. Maybe he's looking down at the down ref, or maybe just kind of looking like getting a feeling of, like, you know.
Yeah, I think that's how he sets up, but it's very interesting because his shoulders are not square at all here. Yeah, Brian Parliament, the head referee of this one, taking it to a referee's grip. Going to set the shoulders. Aiden's going to want to be very careful about that. If he keeps pushing his shoulder in, Brian will give him a foul.
You were talking a little bit, I believe, when we were off broadcast about this guy tells it like it is, right? City slicker, country folk, doesn't matter. If you take to the table and you violate something pre-match, it's going to get called every single time.
That's what I love about these referees is, and Mason with a very quick flash pin. 3-0 win for Mason.
Goodness, blinking, you miss it, man. My God.
I think they just agreed to pull all 5. Yeah,
Okay.
they're going to pull all 5.
So they're going to pull all 5 here, and we'll get an interview done with Kevin in just a minute.
But we'll see what happens. You know what? Mason is the kind
There you go. I think we can all see what's coming up here. The lady. There you go. Oh
Okay.
no. Oh, no.
They're continuing to pull. Mason is the type of puller here where he has the win. He secured everything he wants. He might let Aiden get where Aiden wants to go and see if he can handle that press of Aiden's.
Yeah, so we'll see a switch again here. Mason Drosy now on the right side of your screen. Aiden LeMay coming in. City Slicker.
Teams are talking. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Brian's talking to them. He's going to let Aiden start, get his position. I think Mason's going to see what he has to work with Aiden.
Gotcha.
Super sportsman like on that. It's just fun for them, right?
2 20-year-olds, and both of them learned a lot right here.
Yeah.
That was a quick one, just leaned it all the way in. Another quick one from Mason Drosy. Just time on the table has got to be minimum for Mason Drosy, right? Like,
oh, yeah, man.
I think he's actually been arm wrestling tonight for like 18 seconds.
And that is why you see those world titles, though. When you get these matches done fast, when you do it efficiently, you can pull more matches, and you can just do it more. These guys, like, when Hunter and Sam were in that battle, you can't come back and pull another match like that. Your endurance goes away, but Mason's so strong, so fast, getting that win done. Looks like they're doing
match
another
5,
round.
I believe.
Or
Doing match 5, or we'll have an interview coming in here. Little interview action from Kevin. Just a second. That is the smile that we were all looking for, and here's Kevin.
Mason Drosy, impressive, man. You look like Devin Larratt up there. Seriously, you got kind of the look going on. Very versatile. What's going through your mind, man? How was Aiden?
It's good, good. As soon as I gripped up, I could feel his hand. It feels thick, feels strong. I like that. Best I can say is just good luck for anything in the future. I had fun. It was a good match.
Absolutely. 2-time world champion, brother. How was that? 3-time. Okay. Wow. Hey, man, I love some of the showmanship when you came out and at the end with your wife or girlfriend, whatever. I mean, okay, there she is. Hello.
Shout out. That's Eva. That's my fiance, actually.
Oh, okay. Very nice, man. I mean, look at some of these replays. You look so confident, comfortable up there. My goodness, man. What's next for you?
There's a little local tournament coming close to us, so I'll be going to that next. But for future, I hope to do a lot more super matches. There's a lot of other things coming up, so I'm excited.
Man, there's a few guys out that way, New York and whatnot. I'd love to see your face. You ever think you go out that way?
The more I could travel, I mean, I haven't really been much out there, but the more I could travel, it'd be sweet, it'll be fun. any matches, anybody that they could think of, I'd totally do it.
Well, yeah, you definitely got you got it, man. You got everything. Again, hey, congratulations. Folks, we'll be right back. Mason Joseph.
Hello and welcome back. Maple presents Country Folk City Slickers. Speaking of them City Slickers, Ben Chiampoli taking down the stairs right now. I'm not sure what looks bigger, his tattoo or that arm, man.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Man, he is a big guy coming out of Sandown, New Hampshire. He owns a construction company, working with his hands.
Working with his hands.
47 years old. His power move is the top roll.
Yep.
And an interest, he has lifted an inch dumbbell before. Those who know, that is a very impressive feat.
Yeah, it is. From New Hampshire, in and around my territory. I'm very familiar with the area. Looking forward to seeing what this guy's got, man.
Another crowd favorite. Another crowd favorite.
I'm very interested to see, too, from what I've seen with him. He likes that open top roll style, kind of trying to take your hand away from you. But he is pulling a guy who has a very, very good hand. It's going to be another one of those, can he take the hand, or is he not going to be able to?
One of those matches, I hear you.
Can he do it? Will he or won't he? Well, a best of 5 super match of $500 going down right now. That's our City Slicker here, Ben Chiampoli. Let's take a look now for our country folk. Man representing them.
Len Houghton, guys. He's going to be coming down the stairs here.
There we go.
The Bull, ladies and gentlemen.
The Bull. He's done this so many times. You can see him taking his time coming down the stairs. He is holding in a monster right now, guys. I feel bad for the referees on this one because coming out of Lethbridge, Alberta, truck driver 59, he's seen it all. He likes that low hand top roll. His interesting fact is if you fly with Len, you will never have to worry about landing.
I love it, man. Truck driver, fellow truck driver, man. I love it. I've seen Len Paul. He's one heck of an arm wrestler,
He's
man.
dropping fist bumps right now, but we'll see what kind of bombs he drops here when he gets to the table because these referees are in for a time with him.
Yes, they are. Best seat in the house they'll have up there. Now, Len coming on in here with a little bit, the biggest height advantage we've seen so far today. 6-inch difference in the height right there. You really can't tell it when you saw Ben walking down those stairs, though.
No. Man.
Again, elbow to fingertip, very similar, even though the height difference is there.
Yeah, man, 18-inch forearm, nothing to joke around about, hey?
I know.
18 inches, foot and a half. Foot and a half. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Coming up to it. Little sportsmanship first. There's the bell. We'll be starting this one in just a second.
Where'd those sleeves go, Len? Where'd those sleeves go?
No need. No need.
It was such a nice shirt.
He flexed and they fell off.
That's what happened.
Maybe they saw what kind of job they'd have if they stayed on and bolted. Got out the emergency exit over here by us.
Man, we'll see how the referee handles this here because Len is not going to take no for an answer. Ben has the height so far, but as we saw in the interesting facts and such, Len likes that low hand top roll, so he may just be getting what he wants. Len does some very unorthodox training, and he trains his hand in ways that I don't see very many people do it.
Talk to me a little bit more about that. What are the unique ways in which he trains?
He uses a device that he has. It's called the bull pull, and it's just weights. And it's not like when you're using a belt or anything. It just attacks the tendons and fibers in your hands that you can only get stronger either that way or like them guys who work hard with their hands all the time will have that as well. But it's just a very interesting way of developing your hand strength.
Well, he's a truck driver like myself. So, hey, we have a lot of time to think. So he's created a device to really help with arm wrestling.
Cerebral player here. We'll see how that plays out on the table. Ben Chiampoli, like you said, man owns a construction company. Working with his hands, that's what he does Monday through Friday. It's a frequent question I've gotten when I've asked these guys how they train. Well, I have a Monday through Friday job. I got a 40-hour work week. That's how I train my hands, and that's how I exercise. Powder everywhere. $500 on the table and two absolute juggernauts right here about to go down.
One interesting thing about this match, I think, is Len can get very excited, and I think he's going to want to stay composed in this referee's grip. He definitely knows what he's doing, but any small, minor inconveniences, he just got to keep his head in. It's same as how we were talking about Hunter earlier.
Now, you think the person that gets their hand closed first has an advantage?
Oh, but Ben looks to have went early there.
Okay.
One foul on Ben for going early. He just might not be liking what he feels. And when you're uncomfortable with that hand, sometimes you're trying to guess that go to the nearest millisecond. That way you can get any advantage you possibly can.
That difference in time may not seem like a lot in arm wrestling. It is practically a lifetime. Training with Granite Arms right here, Ben Ciampoli has, of course, shout out to the man, Badger Davis, that Ben has enjoyed training with past few months and mostly this year. I believe Ben's enjoyed, what, I think 11 tournaments? I have it written down. We're looking at a whole bunch of tournaments, whole bunch of tournament experience here on the day. Also showed up that Northeastern Regional as well.
Len's wrist. And Len goes, but his wrist
straight to the side.
But he gets that over the top, and we're going to the straps. This will be interesting in the straps because when Ben went back, he seemed to get a very good bicep lock. But once Len rolled with his pronation, Ben's hand was compromised a little bit. You'll see that here in this replay.
Taking a look at that. Man, the face of concentration right now. I don't even want to know how many pounds of pressure are going on between these men's two
Too
wrists.
many.
Too many. Too many.
We're going to the strap now, guys. They're tying him up right now.
Sweat pouring. Love it. The bull is ready, dude.
Yes, because we're in the referee's grip as well. It is hands stay flat. You're not moving. You're not fighting for any strap advantages. The referees are applying it, and you do what the referees say. Len, though, very smart. Been doing this for a long time.
Absolutely.
It'll be very interesting to see the little advantages. You might be able to see a micro advantage or two. Sometimes you can't see them. Sometimes you can feel them. Sometimes you see them. But strap application.
There you go.
Ooh,
now that
strap
belt is going to be on Len, right?
Oh, yeah, the buckle's on Len, and it looked to pull his hand down quite a bit. But from this angle, I'm not sure I can really tell.
I think Len likes to do that, though. And you can see he's not matching any pressure because it is a referee's grip. So what's Len saying here is, guys, come on, we're in a referee's grip. I don't have to match any pressure. Set this up. Come on.
Yeah, so 3-3 right now. The result of this will break a tie between the City Slickers and Country Folks, of course. City Slickers, they came out like a fury.
So
the
pressure is on then, both these guys.
Well, I mean, Vladimir has, what, 90% of their
He's
points?
won both of them. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, two of their 3 points for the City Slickers. We'll see if Ben Ciampoli is going to be able to come from the East Coast. Get this one taken down.
You can see
the webbing of the hands seem to be a little off from my opinion.
I agree, Kevin, and what I think that's from is both of these guys are top rolling, and what's happening is we're seeing a hand separation for people fighting for what they want. Referee is calling coincidentals right now, I believe. So again, Ben will still have one foul, Len will have none, but he's basically saying, guys,
no change.
You gotta give me some room here.
Yeah.
Because
you gotta let me do my job.
I can't fight you guys. But yeah, no.
Like I'll babysit you the whole way if you need me to. You know what I'm saying?
100%. But to go on what Kevin said, these guys are both going back, and when you have the strap tied to your wrist, you know, half an inch, half a millimeter, even backwards, can make a world of difference with these guys who like this top roll.
Absolutely. You can see here, guys, both guys getting set. Ben's hands seem to be a little compromised there. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Maybe a false start.
Is he calling for a second one?
I think they called a second foul in a 2-foul system. That would be winner for Len. And
Just a point. Just a point, not the match, correct?
Yeah. Sorry. When I say winner, guys, I'm just talking about the round.
The individual round.
Yes. They did call that, though. The strap is off.
There's got to be some disappointment there for Ben, right?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating when a match goes like that. You hate to see it, but at the same time, that's the name of the game, guys. You agree to pull these rules and play by the rules, or else you're going to be fouled out. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, well, both these guys, I think, are very methodical in their thinking and their setup, and that's as a result to it what happened right there.
Well,
double foul,
Yeah, just a lot of knowledge behind the table, and when you see knowledge take over, sometimes you see these setup battles that happen, and there's a million things going on. It's not always to the people watching something that they are crazy into, but to a very seasoned arm wrestler, they know what's going on. I think Ben's not taking that loss to heart. I think maybe he wants a good reset here. But this can be beneficial for all parties, guys, because the referee now has set the tone and said, listen, I am not afraid to foul you out. I will do that, so follow my rules.
Yeah, super match or not, I mean, it's got to go. It's got to follow the rules.
He's setting a precedent here as well. All of the wrestlers are going to be watching this and knowing. Here we go, off to it.
Len gets out top.
Yep.
Strap
So
was called there.
yeah. So now we're going to go to the strap. No foul, no harm, no foul, as they say. Might take a look at this one again and see how exactly and who exactly had advantage coming into the slip in the neutral territory.
Yeah, we'll see that on the replay.
Take a look at that replay, folks. Yep.
And very interesting, Len gets over top of the hand, but then to me, it looks like Len almost initiates a slip or Ben makes an adjustment.
Did you see
Tupper.
the size of Ben's thumb?
Yeah, man.
My goodness.
I'm curious to see the go in the strap, guys, because Len has been getting over the top, but at the same time, Ben is holding in a defensive lock position. And if he can pull the strap properly, could be a bad day for Len.
Oh, hey, man, when you got a thumb pad that big, it is hard to grab onto. It's hard to really do anything with.
Yeah, and the thing is we see these guys say my favorite move is a top roll, but any arm wrestler knows there's a million different types of top rolls. When you have a thumb pad like that, you can use that thumb pad to your advantage and close it in a rolling top roll. You can see he pushes side pressure instantly there. Len, not much to match your pressure. He's done that a million times. He's not for it. Len's saying, listen, guys, I'm as old as I am. I ain't for this anymore. I just want to arm wrestle. I'll let the referee match your pressure for me.
And let them figure it out. 6 years at least of arm wrestling here have been Ciampoli and a whole lot for Len.
Len looked to have a really good grip on there right now. He looks comfortable.
Oh, that looks great.
And again, you can see his thumb going towards his outside shoulder, which tells me that he's setting his pronation. Ben's face says it all, guys. But he gets the outside top roll, and he gets a pin. Very impressive there.
There you go.
What I saw there is just Len's wrist mostly being compromised on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to be able to review this one, make sure there's no elbows popping up right here. Vladimir stepping on in. Here comes the replay as well. Okay, so our sideline judge here, Ben, saying that everything looks good, no harm, no foul. Take a look at it from another side just to make sure. Ooh. Actually, from this angle, that looks a little bit different. Our referees are going to have to kind of consult and figure out on this one if you need to go talk to them.
It looked like to me both guys committed a foul there for sure.
Yeah, at different times.
Okay.
I took another look at it here. Maybe from this angle.
Can't see the greatest angle.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Well.
Okay, we're just waiting for replays, guys.
Yeah, just running through replays
Here we go. I think Len had an elbow foul prior to that.
They're playing the elbow one again. They're going to let the referees take a look. Again, referees' discretion. These guys are very good. They're going to determine.
This is so close.
There it is.
Close.
Pad is in the way a little bit. It's tough to say because, again...
It never really leaves.
No,
it never really leaves. It just slides.
Yeah, I mean...
As both guys went down, I think it was almost simultaneously, both guys' elbows kind of came off the pad.
Okay, so taking it frame by frame here as slow as we can. That is definitely separation there for Ben.
So
but does like the base
Len's
of the elbow come
leave
up
the
top?
front,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
Is Len's elbow making contact? Again,
I think you're splitting hairs right there.
100%. This is why you got to leave this up to the referees.
Yes.
We know they've had this talk on bobble fouls and such. You can get so meticulous with these things, guys, that sometimes referees need to take a look at it. They make their executive decision and they go, okay, let's move on, right?
Yeah.
So we are moving on.
There's the bell. Here we go, folks. Both refs still discussing what may or may not have been. We're going to redo it by the sounds of it.
Okay, so the referees saw the plays, they talked, they said, all right, guys, let's get on the same slides, let's rerun the second round. They're calling fair's fair here, and they're just doing what they can to make sure that the winner of this match is determined properly.
Yes.
Instead of having a matter where we're splitting hairs, let's say, okay, guys, let's run it back.
Yeah. These guys have been great, you know, and in every tournament I've ever really been to, there's always some bias, you know, depending on which guy has, you know, on his team or whatever, or is favored. These guys are doing great today.
Yeah, no, it's great. And you know what? Being a referee is one of the toughest jobs in general. It's so tough to do. And respect to them for even getting up there and doing this for us, guys.
Absolutely.
And, you know, guys, I hate to say it, but I was right about this. I did say the referees were going to have their hands full with this one,
Yep,
and so far, that's what we've seen.
Absolutely, but with that said, they've
They're
done
calling
really,
it
really
correctly.
well.
They're calling it fairly, even though, like, from an outside perspective or an untrained eye, guys, it kind of may seem like this is like a lot of referee interference. Kevin, what do you see?
I see Ben posting really back hard, really right now. I think he's going to try to go for a top roll.
Yep.
Oh.
Len gets the side, but
Oh,
there it is.
Man. Okay, so there's the point Ciampoli. Ben right here gets it done and ties up this best-of-5 series.
almost a ball doesn't lie scenario there, guys. Let's run it back. Let's try it again, and the true winner will be revealed, and that round is Ben's.
There you go.
Seems very confident going into the third round. Another thing that we have to consider, guys, is we'll look at the replay first here, guys. Len gets a very nice hit there, but Ben holds his pronation.
Close, yeah.
You can see that open top roll come into play. He kind of gives a few, but he keeps that pronation. Slowly starts attacking Len's cup, rolls him over, and
You
then
can
once
see he really utilized that thumb pad and just pushed right into Len's hand.
and once Len's pronation was gone, that was it.
Pressure from all sides here from Ben Ciampoli, employing that one into a win.
Yeah, another thing to consider here, guys, is there is a lot of people at the front cheering on their team. You have a lot of background noise as a referee. You will always have the tri-state guys saying, hey, my guy's in the right here, my guy's in the right. And you will have the country folks saying, no, 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 come on, my guy's right, my guy's right.
You know what, though? You want that. This is a family, and you know, to see the emotion that these guys support each other's guys, I love it.
And that's why arm wrestling is such a great sport, guys. These guys can sit here, complain at each other all night.
Yes.
All said and done, we're all going to hug it out. We're all going to have a beer together after, and it's just great.
It really is. Really is. We'll see how this one goes. A best-of-5 series essentially boiled down to a best-of-3 series now. Double foul Ben Ciampoli to begin with to give Houghton, that's Lynn, a point. And then Ben, after our first actual strapped match, went down. Looks like we're going to the straps again, right?
Yeah, definitely going to the straps again here, but what I find interesting is Len is getting the hit advantage every time, and there seems to be a stopping point there. On this replay, we'll see it, where Len drags his elbow backwards.
Yeah, I think he's really letting his hand become compromised every time he does it.
Yeah.
You think, well, he has a good hit to the side, though.
Taking a look at this one. Take a look at a couple elbows.
Yeah, so what we actually have here in the booth is our third referee with us is talking, and he wants the referees up front to just look again at that elbow call because he thinks that there is an elbow foul, intentional pulling of the elbow before the slip. Looks like the referees, though, are going into the straps with this. They may have talked it out already and said, listen, we see that slip beforehand. It's so close. Again, we're picking hairs here, guys. It's coincidental enough that they're just gonna give him the strap. And you know what? I think
maybe
that
maybe a little bit of wiggle room.
Len might have got away with some there, but you know what? That's the name of sports, guys.
Yeah,
that's just the way it is.
Incidental contact.
As of any other sport. And let him go to the strap. Let him fight it out.
Absolutely. Listen, folks, let's hear it for these guys. You know, they're really putting it out on the line right now.
They really are. They really are. Hey, folks, if you're having a blast, let's hear it. Let's put some hands together for your arm wrestlers here at the Stadium Sports Bar and Casino. What's up, Kevin?
I know it may be slow going, but that's all part of the game in arm wrestling, okay?
Yes,
and you know what? We've seen some fast ones. We've seen some slow ones. You guys are getting the whole show tonight. To those of you watching, to those of you here live, stay interactive. We really appreciate it, and let's just keep this show going. It's awesome.
Let's hear it. Who do we got, guys? Is it Len or is it Ben? Who's going to take it? There we go.
That's about as even as you get.
This webbing looks way more even than last time. Seems they're both closer. Curious to see if any game plan changes happen. Len's getting close first this time.
Can get blown up real easy in this spot right here.
That's a good point, actually. You saw Lynn shaking the head a little bit. He wasn't super content with how this was getting figured out. Now the neutral territory figured out. Ben Ciampoli is making mincemeat out here, man.
Yeah.
That's two quick ones.
Too much power, I think, in that strap. Len needs to stay away from that, I think, as much as he can.
Yeah, if I'm Len here and I'm getting on top of that hand like I was outside of straps, I maybe not. It's tough to say. Obviously, you don't know. You're not the one arm wrestling, but we'll look at this replay first. You can see the cup going back. Due to that, what I'm thinking is Len can probably contain his cup more outside of the straps.
Take one more look at this one.
Do you think if Len tried to, top roll, back pressure, would you have anything? In my opinion, he might have the stronger hand.
Yeah, see, and it's interesting because Len likes that side pressure top roll. But
Yes.
what we're seeing is when he goes to the side, Ben is willing to give up that side to gain back. And Len is almost compromising his own wrist as he goes sideways. So I totally agree. It would be nice to see Len almost do that hammer curl backwards motion and say, Ben, let's see what your fingers got instead of me giving mine up.
I definitely think he's got enough back pressure. He's got a stronger hand in that spot. I just would like to see him maybe apply it.
Yeah, 100%. Although, great performance, both guys so far. Again, sportsmanship.
Yep.
All these guys are showing great sportsmanship. Love to see it.
Ben Ciampoli 1 point away from taking an advantage for the City Slickers here, Kevin. Now, you think we're going to see another slip here and go to the straps, or will it be figured out one way or another here?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think we're going to the straps again.
I think we are as well. Although Ben lifting his elbow like that, very interesting. If I'm Len there, I'm letting go. You can't let them get any nitpicky advantage, anything like that. We're about to go here, though.
There he
Same
goes.
result, but Len is staying on. Oh, the slip happened. See, Len almost wants to climb up there if possible and get on top of the hand more and push down. Like what we saw Hunter do with Sam.
Yes.
Grab onto that thumb.
It's a tough ladder to climb here. Let's watch this one again.
But Ben's pronation staying intact the whole time. His rise dumps a little bit, but he pulls through that bottom of his wrist just enough that we cause a slip, and we're going to straps.
Seemed like a mild advantage right there, but there will be no advantage coming into this one. 2-1 advantage, of course, points-wise, but this is a neutral situation. Len takes this one down. We'll go right back to a 2-2.
I think Len still needs to continue to hit and be offensive. If he went defensive, I think Ben could really get what he wants. He looks to be the stronger guy in the strap.
100%. I think Len's biggest worry should be Ben's pronation. He's taken the rise from what we've seen. He's taken everything else, but that pronation constantly holds up. And that's just a good bicep pronation connection from Ben. You gain that over years and years of arm wrestling.
Yeah. Yep. He looks to have a really good grip right here. Ben looks a little uncomfortable. I want to see Len stay with his arm. Don't dump right down to the side.
Yes.
And I think he might be able to get this round.
I want to see Len work his cup.
Oh,
yeah.
Off to
There
it,
it
and
is.
it's a quick one. Ben Ciampoli and the City Slickers take down another one. Now, they might be playing this one out to 5, but, man, the way that marathon went down, I guarantee you those guys' arms are blown, dude. Just so filled with lactic acid.
I think Len's probably going to call it there. It was a great match, both guys. Ben coming out with the win, giving the City Slickers regain the lead.
Let's take a look at this last one here again. Once again, folks, Len Houghton, the bull. He was able to stampede his way into a first point, but it was all Ben Ciampoli and all Ben Ciampoli all the way rest. That was 1, 2, 3 quick ones with straps or otherwise. Let's kick it on down to Kevin for a little
Listen
interview
to that
action.
crowd, folks. Hey, you just broke the tie between City Slickers and Country Folk.
Okay, yeah.
That was a really methodical match. I enjoyed it, to be honest with you. The crowd got a little dull there. Oh, maybe. What's going through your mind, man? How was Len up there?
I knew his hand was going to be an issue because just they keep their hand strength. He's strong as hell. So I knew if I could get him in the strap, I'd be pretty good.
Well, man, I mean, look at this thumb, you guys. That is difficult to deal with any arm wrestler. What do you do to train that?
Grip.
Grip stuff.
Yeah, grip stuff, yeah.
Okay, here, let's take a look at this replay here. I can see you're pronating with your thumb specifically. You train that way too?
Yeah. What was that? What was the question?
So when you train pronation, strictly with the thumb.
Yeah, usually I try to pull right over into pronation, yeah.
How do you feel on the hook?
I try to stay out of it.
Okay. How's Montana treating you so far?
Montana's awesome. It's beautiful. I love it up here.
Where have you been so far?
We went to the Hot Springs, about an hour south of here. It was great, yeah.
Very nice. All right, brother. Well, hey, congratulations again. We'll be right back, folks.
Mithril Arm Wrestling, based in Almaty, Kazakhstan, crafts the ultimate arm wrestling equipment trusted by champions worldwide. Unleash your strength today with global shipping from MithrilStrength.com. Follow Troy Bouncefit on Instagram. As a dedicated member of Team Lethal Arms, he supports arm wrestling, general wellness, and fitness with a strong emphasis on sobriety and the promotion of positive masculinity.
Welcome to 94.5 Max Country, Great Falls' #1 country station. Tune in for the latest hits from top country artists, live shows, and exclusive contests. Don't miss out on our events and updates. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Stay connected with 94.5 Max Country, where the heart of country music beats strong. Visit us online at 945maxcountry.com.
Hello, welcome back. Mabel presents the Country Folks versus them City Slickers. Speaking of City Slickers, descending the stairs right now, that's Jason Ciardi.
I love it. He's getting wound up, man. Hey, arm wrestling, you got to do what you got to do.
That's Dread right there. That's Dread hailing from Wallington, New Jersey, a director of operations. We'll see how he's able to direct this match on the day. 42 years old, in love with that top roll, Dakota.
Traditional artist. He went to college for graphic design and fine arts. Yeah, it's super interesting fact, actually. I never would have thought of that by looking at the guy.
Just given from this guy's build, he looks like a classic top roller, does he not?
He certainly does. Gives me Giannis vibes, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
If he can pull as well as Giannis, is yet to be known, but hey, maybe he can show it tonight.
Love it. Now, this is a Vail Tournament Masters top 3 as well. Man said in 2024, he's taking down the City Slickers W, and in 2025, he's tackling matrimony. Big shout out to the fiancée, Rachel, who is in attendance here tonight. Now, taking on Jason Ciardi, that's Dread, of course. Just getting up there and buddying up with the ref and getting ready for this one. We got Sean Lester!
What a frame on this guy. Hey, he's just a tall stature.
Again, another top roller. That's what he looks like to me, man. You know, you can spot an arm wrestler. Like I said earlier, if you look up arm wrestling, top roll, the definition is, in my opinion, these guys.
Yeah, Tacoma, Washington, a warehouse receiver, 31 years old. Again, top roll, you called it, Kevin. And he is a Christian, as an interesting fact. Very tall guy. I could see his arm length causing problems. And let me tell you something. I have tried to watch film on all of these guys, and I could not find film on either of these two guys.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of information coming into this one between Sean Lester, Jason Ciardi. Tail of the tape, gentlemen. 3-inch difference from Sean Lester. I mean, we saw him sauntering down here. Tall guy. Real tall guy. Kevin?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And again, elbow to fingertip, not much of a difference. That's what I would be looking for. Hey, a guy could be my height, right? But have almost as long as arms as that.
3/4 difference of an inch. Difference as of right there. Not a whole lot numerically. Otherwise, like you said, not a whole lot of information to go off of for these two.
Now, there are many different styles of top rolls. When we say top roll, it doesn't mean just one. Oh, there we go!
Oh, my
Very quick start, quick go, to the point.
Country folk on the board with a round on that one.
Very
Jesus,
unlike the
Lester.
last round, guys. Hey, we got straight to the point and got to it there.
The Young Bucks, the Young Bucks.
Sean with using his height. And we'll see that here.
Yeah, hey, we got to replay this, but maybe even put it in slow-mo or something so we can catch it, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think Jason, again, just wasn't really ready for that. He didn't hit. I think, let's take one more look at this.
Yeah,
Let's
his
see.
hand was still opening and closing there. Although you see the cup initial activation, I think he was ready.
He was.
But Sean with a very solid pronation.
Let's take one more look at this one, see exactly how it went down. It was the first point.
Buried him.
Man,
no debate on that one.
He went all the way down to the table.
Yeah, man.
He didn't hit the pad. He went all the way to the table.
Yep, exactly. Leaving nothing to be decided by anybody else but the facts.
Yeah, I think
Sean Lester right there.
I think the height there with the rise and pronation advantage, just when you're two guys who are top rolling, you can really tell quick who's got the better hand, and you just kind of get pulled back. If you can't match their back, it can be a rough day. Although interesting, Jason said he likes top roll, and I saw cup initiation. That may have just been a stress factor from feeling the pressure that Sean was giving.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little psychological warfare
Yes.
perhaps as well.
Jason-
Letting them think you're going to do one thing and you do the other. A little shimmy shake.
Yeah. Jason with height this time, but from what I saw previously, it was more of a low hand that Sean was doing. So
Brian really trying to straighten these guys out. Both very high.
Ooh.
Oh, much more even.
In the hook this
there
time.
Comes the turn.
A
Yeah,
very
the hook for
versatile
Jason.
match. I was saying earlier, guys, I could have seen this one becoming a versatile match of the night. Sean gets the hook drag backwards with a pin, up 2-0 for him. So far, no straps, no ref grip. These guys are saying, let's grip up, let's arm wrestle, let's get some fireworks.
Let's do it like they used to, like my father and my father's father before him. Sean Lester taking down 2 quick ones. Bang, bang.
No,
Country
not
folks
sure.
looking great.
Yeah, they are, baby. I'm not sure if Jason feels comfortable up there. Maybe he's getting what he's wants or not. Like I said earlier, get everything you want, man. Do not go until you get what you want.
Looks like we may be going into the last 3 matches here. Tied up, guys. All tied up for Country Folk and City Slickers.
If Country Folks take this one down, it is an advantage City Slickers 4-3 as of right now. Interesting stuff, guys. We got 11 matches. That means no ties.
Hey, I'm glad he's on our team.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So far, though, he's won in the top roll. He's won in the hook. Now he's got a flopper's press. He can do the trifecta. Hey?
Hit all 3 of them. Hey, big shout out here, Jake, our bell operator, letting these wrestlers and us know. And we're ready to go when the fireworks are about to start.
He might be asking if they want to go into the straps. We'll see what they're talking about there. Always tough to gauge.
Discussions.
Sean, they're going to do a
Yep,
greed or
they're
something
going
there.
to the strap. Very cool.
Okay, big shout out once again, Brian and Ray, our referees on the table, as well as our side referee, our back judge perhaps, Ben Brooks. Ben Brooks, an accomplished arm wrestler.
Benny,
in
we like Ben.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
I wouldn't argue with him, given he's sitting right behind me right now.
We, very interesting on the Country Folk side here. If I am up 2-0 in a match and I have not went to the straps once, I am not letting my opponent go to the straps.
Oh, man, John.
But I'm also a bully.
Jason looks like he could be real
Now,
strong
let me say right here, if you're a City Slicker and you want to support your wrestler, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Put your hands together, because Jason Ciardi, he might need it coming in here. 2-0 deficit, Kevin.
There we go, man. He look at him. That crowd roar, look to fire him up just a little bit. Maybe that might be what he needs.
Straps a completely different match, guys.
It is.
Like, it's not the same
He doesn't
at all.
seem to be capping either.
No, he's not. Which is interesting to me, because I think if you're top rolling going high, I think capping is always good.
Oh, here we are.
Yeah, Sean with a height advantage
Slow,
there. There
slow.
was an elbow foul off the front on
good
on Ciardi, right? On Jason Ciardi?
Yeah, Jason's elbow. You can see he tried to scoop forward, get some more cut, maybe see if he could get that pronation at all. Elbow foul on him.
I see it. I got it. I know what I did. That would have been an L otherwise, though, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm usually the guy that wants to, hey, just let him arm wrestle, but that was a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing, too, is, I mean, Sean's looking very dominant. So if I'm Jason, I think that's a smart move, just in the sense of, let's see what I can get away with. I got a foul to give. If refs don't see that, you know what I mean?
Oh, my God.
He wasn't
just
ready.
Straight. Okay, yeah, I was going to say. Here comes a little bit of arguments. Okay. Benefit of the doubt going Jason Ciardi.
Yeah, so unfortunately here we can see some disagreement, but referee's decision is always final. They declared that a 3-0 victory.
Okay, yeah, so hey, if the straps are on there, you have to be ready at any given time to go. When those races exit the gates, there's no stopping them, Dakota.
100%. When the referee, well, first of all, as soon as you're at the table, you have to always be ready.
Yes.
I think they're going to pull another one just because you can tell there was no activation there on that one. So Country Folk does get the win on that. But we will see these guys pull a little bit more.
I think it's good they're going to be doing a couple more just so we can say, especially if these next two go the way of the Country Folk player, then it's kind of be like, okay, well, maybe this would have ended like that regardless.
Yeah, no, from what I've seen so far, quite a dominant win, Country Folk side. But you never know. These are the fun rounds. These are when you're like, okay, I've already won. No, he just top rolled.
Torque wrench. Not the nickname of this wrestler, but just all the way down. And then Jason knows it, Dread. He came up, put on an absolute show, Dakota.
Yeah, well done, Jason. It's tough to come back, man, when you quit sometimes and you don't know what the other opponent's at, and sometimes that's just the way it goes, right? But just keep going at it and do what you do. We got Kevin up here about to talk to Sean.
Take it away, Kevin.
Brother, that was impressive. How you feeling, man? You look confident.
Yeah, I took a year off. This is my first big match back. Feeling pretty good. Trained real hard for it. So, yeah.
What other notable super matches have you had?
One big match I had was against Andre Shark in a tournament. Wasn't really a super match, but we did go against each other, and I held him. I lost, but I held him for a little bit.
Now, where's he out of?
I think he's in Florida. Yeah.
Wow, okay. So, man, I think you could really go anywhere and be dominant. I mean, you looked really professional up there tonight.
That's what they say, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'm that good.
Well, yeah. What's next for you, man?
The Super 64 series at Washington State. It's the airs competition.
All right, when's that now?
December 7th.
You ready? Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself ever going up to New York to compete?
Up to New York? Maybe, yeah.
All right, man, all right. Well, hey, congratulations again. Take care, man. We'll be right back, folks.
Join the resistance. Our mission at Resistance in Rotation is to continue to innovate and create products that help people achieve their fitness goals while avoiding injury. Get yours today at resistanceinrotation.com. Repel Restoration Incorporated, located in Deer Park, New York, is Long Island's first choice for the finest artistic masonry contractors around. If you can dream it, we can build it. That's what we do. Schedule your free estimate at repelrestoration.com.
Big Stat 103.9 is rocking the fall with the best music. Tune in and rock out with your favorite hits. And stay updated with the latest news that matters to you. Whether you're jamming on the job or rocking out at home, we've got the music to keep you going. Big Stack 103.9, where rock lives. Visit us at BigStack1039.com.
Hello and welcome back. Mabel presents Country Folk City Slickers. Speaking of them City Slickers, we got descending the stairs right now. That's Roger Learned.
He's back, folks. Maybe he can get a W here, man.
Yeah, well, he's pulling a different arm.
Big Tex.
A lot of people's different arms are very different. Scranton, Pennsylvania. We've been over this already. Delivery driver, 38 hook. Art of Two Wives.
The Art of Two Wives.
Every time I say that, I laugh. But he looks very focused.
Scranton, PA. It's in and around where my wife's from.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Any fans of The Office here? I'm
Mrs.
certainly
Playboy
uncertainty.
Roy.
Rogers heard that joke 10,000 times in the past 15 years.
Yeah. This guy's got a good mindset, the perfect mindset for arm wrestling, and he does not look affected from what happened earlier.
Man, oh man. Yeah, Joe Fehr, he's just a force to be reckoned with, man. So difficult. There's one, there's two, now taking it to the table.
Yeah, man. Left arm, right arm, completely different. A lot of pullers are able to just say, okay, that one was this arm. Let's focus on the next task at hand. But you know what? Roger's taken two very difficult matches today, and I mean, respect him for doing it.
Yep. So we have a tied series. City Slickers 4, Country Folk with 4 after the quick one previously. We're taking a look at Roger Learned for the second time, 242 pounds right there, the baby face, as he will be taking on our Country Folk player. Now taking a look and descending the stairs, that's Jack Ceverha!
He looks ready to go, man. He's jumping up and down. He's getting hyped. Jack Ceverha, the icebreaker. He's from Dallas, Texas. He's an engineer. He is 28 years old. His power move is the press, which I think is interesting, guys, because when he was warming up earlier, he was warming up a top roll. He also competes in ultimate frisbee. Very interesting fact. Very good to loosen your tendons up, something that you can do to keep your forearms really loose.
Well, you know something? I see Jerry Carteret warm up on the top roll, and if he's got to press anything like Jerry Carteret, this match is done.
Fair enough. Let's check out this tail of the tape, guys, see what it has to tell us here.
Absolutely. Jack Ceverha coming in with a 3-inch advantage here, about 6 pounds of weight advantage. But that bicep circumference, that's where my attention goes to, Kevin.
Yeah, baby. I mean, look at me. I've got the big bicep, too. I can relate, so it does come into play. Absolutely.
Awesome graphics here, too, guys, by the way. It's just great all around. Love to see it. Super, super good. Going into this match, see how these guys grip up. I'm curious to see, because you can usually tell right off the get-go.
Now, guys, I promise we are not going through a fire drill right now. We got a fog machine that was set to max on there for a second. This is not for dramatic appeal.
I thought Len Houghton was just in the building, guys, because when you fly high with Len Houghton, you don't got to worry about coming down.
Yeah, exactly.
Folks, there's a fire in this place. Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. Put your hands together, City Slickers, Country Folk. And we ain't done yet. Roger, learn.
This match is so intriguing to me, guys, because I feel like Jack can go 2 different ways. It depends on where he wants to go. He does get the hand.
See, Roger learned they're trying to grab the hand back.
Yeah,
Not trying to let Jack go.
Those are very experienced regrips there. He's looking to climb up on the hand, get as much as possible, and bring it to the pin pad. Can't get it done, so now we got to go to the straps.
He had to let Jack go. Maybe Rose should have learned a lesson, right?
Yeah.
One thing with that.
Okay. There you go. It took Kevin a second.
Yeah. Well, one thing with that, when you're coming down like that, you do not want to open up as much as Roger did. But I mean, a lot of force. Get a little bit of weight on him, it's going to happen.
Yeah, interestingly enough, though, I think the strap could favor Jack here, just from what I saw in the slip, due to his Roger's riser almost dumping a little bit. He got the sideways advantage. Could look a lot like Ben and Len.
You can see
that buckle's on Jack Ceverha's.
You can see Jack's fingernails there painted. I don't know if he's got it like that to be able to tell, where his fingers are at on the guy's hand or not.
Hey, aesthetically pleasing, whatever.
Yeah, right.
Whether it's aesthetics, whether there's like an actual technical use for it.
My Bears quarterback, Caleb Williams, does the same thing, and he's great.
There you go.
Hey, that was a big jump. Yeah, very good call by the referees there.
Super
Jack,
early.
again, taking the hand, getting back to his side. Roger trying to bring it over, but as he does it, elbow hops. Going to stay in the strap here and restart that up.
Yeah, and Roger knows, right? He's looking down right now. That's going to be a clear foul, right? Or clear false start, right?
No, elbow foul.
Okay,
you can see his elbow foul jump.
That came up like a foot.
Yeah.
Come on, talk about nothing.
That thing jumped. That thing jumped right there.
It's like a frog up there.
Yeah, can't dispute that one. Jumping into this again. About to go. And here we go. He gets the top roll, pulls him out again. Gets into his press now, but it's a pronated press. Very interesting. You don't see that too much. But Roger gets a jump. This is a close battle, guys.
There you go.
Finally climbs enough. Roger just about caught him on the jump there when he wasn't paying attention.
That was almost enough.
If he had moved back over a little bit, tried to absorb one of those hits, he may have been able to catch him.
I like the way Jack pulls, though. I must say, you don't always see people with a committed shoulder being able to roll their pronation like that. Usually they like to supinate from that angle, or they like to open up and roll. So tells me he has a bit of strength there. You can really see it here, guys. Shoulder comes into play, and he's still rolling, like right there. Very connected.
Absolutely. Definitely a bit of a different style than what we're used to seeing, but very dominant.
You can see the experience of Roger there, though. He shoots his elbow to the front of the pad, drags it directly backwards, and it almost was enough to bring Jack out of his lock.
Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw that. I feel like once it started, it just wasn't going. And yes, Kevin, again, our fog machine working overtime, not by the hour, but on salary, it appears.
Jack doing something interesting, too, when he was getting his arm rubbed down. He's flopping his wrist back and forth. What he's doing there is he's just promoting blood flow throughout the arm with the pulling down of the arm, getting blood out of the arm. You can hear the crowd getting into it now. They're getting behind Roger. They're getting behind Jack.
They're like coaches from the sideline of like a UFC match.
Yeah,
like
but you know what? Sometimes you don't hear a word, and sometimes you hear exactly what you need to hear. It just depends.
Hey, blood's pumping between these two. Hearing anything right now other than just like what the sinew, tendons and everything in front of you, be hard to pay attention to.
Yeah, Roger's shoulders very inwards.
Oh, the snatch.
Gets the top.
Jack almost there. Roger
gets a very good roll.
That's going to be, Jack getting out of this one in a wise decision, slipping. Yes, it'll go to straps. Yes, that would have been a point going against our country folks.
All slips go to straps in this one too, guys. So there needs to be no debate if that was slip and losing position. We just say, listen, let's strap it up. Roger with a very good hit. But again, you can see his riser sort of dumping. The riser, Jack seems to be keeping control there. Very important for him. And that's why I think you see a takeover when it comes to the strap. Just because little things that you can fight for when you're strapped up, you can't fight for them anymore. It's just a completely different battle.
It's just there's not enough there's not enough movement, and there's not enough there. There's not enough space between
when
hands.
When you're strapped, you can see there's 2 points of connection. You're not fighting a million points of connection on the whole hand anymore. You're fighting 2 points of connection.
Very good point. Kevin, any input?
Even though the strap is on Jack's hand, he looks very comfortable, man. That's how
you can see he's Very good setup, leaning over the table quite far to keep his shoulder close to his hand. I think that's how his connection gets in there so much.
Yeah.
And his shoulders are very square. You can tell. Oh,
Bang.
very nice top roll.
Whoa, that
Very
was
quick
a
top roll.
quick one here from Jack.
I know Jack
Jack's
was,
strap.
yeah, I know
Beat no fast.
Jack was just pulling IFA, and you can tell because of the way his setup is. You can tell a lot of these guys who pull in these high-level professional leagues, shoulders must be super square, and he's just textbook arm wrestling right now. Very nice top roll. Favorite moves the press, yet here he is going for a little top roll.
Exactly. That's a second one now. The second point was a lot quicker than the first here. We'll see how Jack is able to fare. Round number 3 here. Again, a best of 5, and if Roger is even able to take a single point. Now, again, he took on Joe Fehr with the right hand earlier,
Yes.
right? Or was it the left hand?
Right hand, it's left hand
yeah,
now.
with right-handed, yes. Now, left hand going up against Jack Ceverha. See if he's able to take down a point. And just coming from East Coast and coming in, not taking down a single point would be brutal. And this is a fantastic wrestler, you know?
Yeah. I think it's very interesting. From that top cam, we can really see Jack's pronation engage. You see his thumb in there, and Roger's hand is just disadvantaged from the get-go because of how strong that pronation is. Gets on top of it, rolls him out. Seems very comfortable. It's going to go to straps. I think I might be wrong.
He's trying to hold that grip and trying to get this in here.
Oh,
Roger's
very
just
good
trying to let this and go to
transition
grip.
from Jack.
No!
No.
Nicely done, Jack. Closing this out with another 3-0 sweep for the side of the country folk.
That gives country folk the lead, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, sir. Yes, it does.
Wow.
A fight from the back.
With
as the
2
Jack
matches
attack
to go.
Gets there. 2 matches to go. Now, City Slickers take this next one. There'll be a tie all the way up. Let's take a look at this third
Yeah,
and
you can
last
see
point.
here, I thought Roger had enough to get out underneath, but Jack jumps into a shoulder press, grabs onto that thumb, clamps down, and presses underneath. Very nice win for Jack, giving country folk the lead. 2 matches to go. They're still going to pull some more guys, but although it's over.
You see that? Jack ripping this and turning to an angle quickly, working this one down as we got veins bursting from forearms, it seems. Working this one in and trying to continue. It's a marathon, not a sprint here for this round number 4. Roger learned getting a little bit of wiggle room back, but it's back to the press here for Jack, just continuously acting more and more pressure on top of there. But we're back to the middle now as Roger slowly looking for something, pulling everything. Jack pulling his
what a
entire
battle
body,
here.
Dakota.
Jack, though, gets his
There
shoulder
you
in again,
go.
presses him down. I'll be surprised if these guys go for a 5th round. Roger gave it his all there. Jack fought very hard. For a round he didn't even have to fight for, so credit to him for putting on a great show. Gets his money. Although Roger's chalking up.
Gee, Jack looked like it was tough for him to stand after that one, and I completely understand that. You have to realize just how much effort exerted every single time, Dakota, you push that one down. You know
man,
about
it's
this.
crazy. It's crazy.
The whole effort.
You can catch him a little bit there, huh?
Yeah. Nice press, though. Once he gets his shoulder in there, you can see it really takes away from Roger's pressure.
Close one. They're going to be going for one more here and doing the full 5. Roger seeing, hopefully praying, he can take down at least 1 point. Coming on in here into beautiful Great Falls, Montana.
Respect
it's to the
to
strap
Roger.
here.
I flew all this way, I guess. I might as well pull 5.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it.
Yeah, 100%. Good for him. See if he finds a different lane. This has been a close match, guys. Jack's just been getting the advantages that he needs to get at the right time, but these guys, strength-wise, super close.
Absolutely. Despite the score, I think Jack ultimately just has a little bit stronger hand for sure.
You can see Jack, he was wiping his head. He's definitely feeling it in the arm still.
That's fair.
Roger is no joke. Just went up against 2 phenoms today. Yeah, Jack fighting into the cup, getting where he wants to go.
And that... Yeah, and then once again, just adding a whole bunch of pressure on. That's just eventually the wrench comes through. Jack Ceverha does it in 3 and then does it again in 5.
Yeah, very impressive by Jack there, getting all 5 wins. Super impressive. Have him stand around there. Playboy Roy's coming up to give his interview. Check out
Take
this
a look at
replay.
the replay while they set up this interview here, Dakota. One of them was fast. The rest were not at all here for Jack. An absolute marathon. going to be tired afterwards. See how many words we can get out of him into this interview. Taking a look with Kevin, Playboy Roy.
That's right, folks. Dude, you're one bad dude. How are you feeling, man?
I feel great. That's exactly how I wanted this match to go, where we both felt like we were in it. We both got to explore different lanes, and we got to put on a show for everyone here.
Yeah, absolutely. We mentioned up there, it seemed to be a little bit closer despite the score. What do you think?
Yeah. He was really good in the starts, better than I thought. Like everyone was saying that I had the speed advantage, but I think for most of them, except for that one flash pin, he had the jump on me. So that was unexpected. Yeah.
You definitely have a strong hand, man. What do you do for that?
I do a single arm barbell wrist curls.
Me too.
That's great. I love that. And then also, I was kind of schooling him in the setup and the strap. I'll talk to him after about what I was doing, but he was letting me get so high.
Yeah, I noticed that. Roger's a good arm wrestler too, man. You look a little beat. You mentioned cardio.
I feel great.
That's right. Oh man, where have you been? You got anything coming up at all? Or?
I think I'm taking a break for a couple of months. Okay. I just came off the IFA Worlds where I actually won gold with the lefty. Yeah. So I'm just gonna get stronger for a while.
You definitely look strong, dude. I like the yeah. My boy Caleb Williams on the Chicago Bears. Go Bears! That does the same thing, and he's great too. So man, congratulations. We'll be right back, folks.
Pro Gear, a brand that is designed for the dedicated. We take our training seriously. Only the best, for the best, to be the best. Check out our facilities online at ProGearGym.com. Gripzilla, make hands strong again. Shipping available worldwide at gripzilla.co. The Fork of New York is your go-to social media hub for captivating videos that spotlight everything from top-notch restaurants to swanky real estate. Our main course, delicious food content, because we know what everybody eats. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube to catch all the culinary and lifestyle magic happening across New York and beyond. The Fork of New York.
Welcome to 99.9 Big Sky Sports, your premier sports radio station, covering the Big Sky and beyond. Stay connected with the latest sports news and exclusive updates that matter to you. Tune into your favorite shows. Check out our schedule. And don't miss out on exciting contests or a chance to win great prizes. Download our app for live streaming and exclusive offers. Follow us on social media for updates and behind-the-scenes content. Visit 999bigskysports.com to learn more.
All right, guys, we are back. Dan, the Nightmare, coming down the stairs right now. He's looking very locked in, ready to go. Man, he's staring at the camera. He means all business here.
Love it, absolutely love it. The Nightmare, and you are not awake yet. Hailing from Deer Park, New York, man's a licensed massage therapist, which means, again, he works with his hands. Loves to cook, and that's a top roller if I've ever seen one.
Loves to cook, hey? That's awesome. I suck at cooking. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll see what he's about to whip up right now. That is the face of concentration right there, my friend.
He's gonna have a lot on his plate, though. We knew who he's pulling, so I'm super excited for this one. Co-main event of the night, guys. After this, we have the ladies pulling, but this is our male main event. They are ready to go, and with these two, you always know it's going to be a show.
Dan Schwarz played the right guard there in football in high school, and he looks like every bit of it. That position was played well, I can guarantee you.
He said he was the smallest right guard, did he not?
Yeah, hey, he did a fantastic job as well. That's the City Slicker. Now let's take a look. Kevin Playboy Roy descending the stairs as of right now for We Country Folk.
The swagger in this guy's step is just immaculate. Hey, every step he takes, he walks with confidence, with passion. He's got two big boys behind him walking with him, eh?
There you go, I love it. It's got the envoy behind him, a truck driver hailing from Bradley, Maine, now living out there in Billings, Montana. Now, little hook, little side pressure action, and I'm gonna say this one out. Love it. Holds arm wrestling titles, Arizona, New York, Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Montana, South Dakota, and New England. The security hanging out right behind him, making sure this is precious cargo that is delivered safely.
Wow, that is a lot of places to hold titles. Kevin has done it all. He's been everywhere. This tail of the tape.
Take a look, tail of the tape now. 2-inch advantage for the Nightmare here over Kevin Playboy Roy. Only a pound advantage here, nothing significant. Now that 2-inch difference, bicep circumference, Dakota, that's where my eye is drawn to.
Yeah, everything else is quite similar, but I mean, the biceps only important if you can get to it. That is, I know Kevin knows this, I know Dan knows this, two super smart guys, but if Kevin can use that bicep to his advantage, he'll be great, but is he gonna get there? Dan, crazy top roll. They call him the Nightmare for a reason. He didn't come all this way to lose, right? That's what they all say, I guess. So.
That's fair. It's a long trip in. We'll see how this one goes. Sportsmanship is paramount here at Mabel, at the Stadium Sports Bar and Casino. Kevin, you're not on commentary anymore. Get that thing off of you. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Dan having none of it. He is standing there with a desk there.
Yep.
Kevin, you can see Kevin looks up. He kind of looks at the TV. He's not looking at the TV, though. He's getting a feel for what he wants. He's been doing this long enough. He's feeling everything out.
No need to look at it. This is all done by feel, folks. Referees letting them figure it out as best they can for right now. And now there's the referee interference. Going to make sure that this is nice and even here for City Slickers.
Both these guys would have it on their side of the table if they wanted, so they have to come to a neutral ground. That's why we got referees. You should be fighting for what you want.
Oh, here it goes early. That's a slip.
Kevin tried to go underneath there. I think they're going to call that. They're going to redo that one. Referee's calling a redo.
Yep.
No, neutral zone pin. No win for either person.
They're calling this one a neutral zone pin, so no harm, no foul for either side. That's right there in the middle now.
They're restarting here, getting restarted, getting the setup. So basically, guys, what the explanation was there is we have a neutral zone in the middle of our tables. If there is a pin there, they just call it a neutral zone pin or neutral
here we
zone
go.
restart.
That's Dan right there with a quick one for the second. No straps necessary, Dakota. There's a scream to the cameras. Dan Schwarz going to be super happy with that round one win.
Very dominant hand performance there by Dan. He set up how he wanted to. He got outside on Kevin, and if Kevin can't get in his log, like I was saying earlier, if you can't activate that bicep, then you know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter right there. And as you can see right there, Kevin's bicep was just completely taken out of the picture. There was nothing doing right there as Dan gets a little more insane love for the camera.
Yeah, the Nightmare coming out, showing up. We're going to take one more look at this for you guys there. Or we're jumping to live.
Jumping right into
That's
it. No more
all
replays
good.
necessary. Points done. It has gone the way of Dan Schwarz as the City Slickers looking to take an advantage back. Of course, Country Folk, a 5-4 advantage as of right now.
Yeah, we could be going into the main event as a silver bullet for everything. That could be awesome.
Love that.
What a great event so far, guys, and these two topping it off. Dan with the top hand control. Kevin getting up there. Kevin, if he doesn't like that setup, man, try the referee's grip. It seems like Dan keeps getting that rise in there. If you can't fight the rise, Dan, a little lower. No thumb knuckles being seen right now, though, so Brian is just going to take him to referee's grip.
Yep,
There's no sense in Brian sitting there exerting all that time. You got 30 seconds to get a grip. If you don't get that grip, then we'll do it for you.
You said it best right here, and both of them are going to be happy with the referee's grip on this one. Also, like you said, Dan Schwarz has been coming forth, employing that advantage thus far. Whether that's it's a couple of different things. You touched on it really, but so far it has come forth and sung true. A neutral zone, no harm, no foul in the first one. No straps necessary, and it was Dan Schwarz quick in the second.
Yes, and again with anything. Oh, one foul on Kevin for moving.
Yep.
Kevin's learning the referee's grip right now. I've been trying to tell him all day. I guess he doesn't listen to me. But yeah, again, that neutral pin at the start ended up going Dan's way anyways. Like you said, no harm in it. And we are now here. Kevin's getting close first with no cap. Dan's capped.
There you go.
And Kevin gets a stop, though, and gets the cup in where he wants to be. Kevin holding on. Was that deep enough? Yes, it was deep enough for a pin. Kevin got some real estate there, though. He turned it into a hook. 2-0 for Dan right now, but Kevin saw the light. Kevin, if he gets that, we'll see on the replay here. Very intriguing. Dan goes down, but Kevin gets a stop. Kevin needs to get his shoulder in there a little more if he wants anything. Very smart play by Dan. Had his elbow at the back of the pad, driving downwards.
And you see Dan, the feet, just moving right there. He's getting the entire body involved as he's just trying to employ every single pound of pressure over the top. Dan Schwarz giving some more love to the camera.
Kevin needs that stop a little higher, if anything. And if he gets in there, he could burn Dan out. You got to hold that if you get it, but it's just a whole battle to get it. These New York guys really behind their guy Dan right now. Dan so far doing everything right. Kevin making the proper adjustments. Will he do it in time? We're about to find out, guys.
11 tournaments this past year for Dan Schwarz. A lot of experience just in 2024, Dakota. We'll see how this number 12 tournament goes for him. I'm saying, Kevin, if he wants to bring this back, take a point here and bring himself back. He's got to get an advantage early because that's how Dan has taken both of these points so far.
100%, I agree. Tries to go underneath, go into straps.
Yep. Again, it had to happen early, and it just didn't happen there for Kevin.
We haven't seen straps yet.
We have not. We have not. We'll see how this one goes.
Let's take a look at this
one,
replay.
even though it was quickly aborted.
Dan really grabs the thumb there. You see Kevin's pronation roll over. Kevin's not one for keeping his pronation too much. He really likes that hook, side pressure. Straps could be super interesting, though, because sometimes with a really, really tight strap, it's a lot harder for a top roller to get what he wants.
Now, country folks, city slickers, regardless, this is a very important match. If you're pulling for any of these arm wrestlers, let's hear you here and now. Put your hands together for these two arm wrestlers.
Yeah. Kevin, I think he's asking for that strap to be tightened because Kevin wants this to not be a hand battle. He says, Dan, I want your arm, I don't want your hand. When he cups that inwards, he can hope to use that big bicep he's been talking about all night and really get what he wants.
He has been talking about it all night, Dakota. You're right there. All right, so even in neutral elbow placements, you see Kevin is pretty far up there on that. It's fair.
Yeah.
If they don't put it back, it's fair.
Interesting, too, here. You can see that Dan has a low...
Oh, man!
Dan with the side pressure pull right through.
Kevin knew it. Kevin knew it, yep.
Yeah, I was going to say Dan got the strap a little lower on his arm. Usually that benefits the top roller. The lower you pull from, you can usually get that 3-0 win for Dan.
3-0 there for Dan Schwarz.
And Kevin is going to be doing the interview here.
Yeah, we'll be doing that in just a second. There you go. But
obviously
they're not quite done with it yet. They want to do number 4 and number 5. Taking a look. As of right now, yeah, we are going to be applying straps here. And early, a nice neutral position. That's a good point, Chris. A nice neutral position here and early. Big shout out to our sound guys here on the day. Shout out Treve and all the other sound dudes. You got Chris, I got Ryan right next to me. Treve getting it done. We'll go through the full shout out and the list of all of our production folks and make my job as a caster and Dakota's job as a caster so much easier. Strap applied here, Dakota.
Strap applied. They look ready to go. We'll see if Dan's nice. We'll see if Dan says, all right, we're gonna hook it out, try it out, or if Dan just wants a 5-0 victory. Oh man, Kevin in the hook there.
Oh, maybe bringing it back a little bit. That face is turning red. Dan, maybe a little bit gassed right now and now in our first strap match, Kevin trying to work his way back right now.
Kevin needs to get his shoulder involved a little more if he can.
Oh, that's
you
a
can
bad
see
angle.
him
You're
make
right.
that adjustment. See, as soon as Kevin comes inside, he gets an advantage just because he's so connected in there.
Kevin working his way and trying to get it.
Overcommitted a
Not
little
gonna
bit.
happen.
Dan got him.
Dan Schwarz, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now is the nightmare over.
Wow, really impressive by Dan there. I mean, going into the hook with Kevin is no joke. Anyone around here knows how good Kevin's hook is. Dan gets the job done, and he ties it up for the City Slickers.
Yeah, City Slickers won it as of the last round here. We might be doing a fifth one just between these two. I love the casual look on Kevin's face right there. He's literally like cackling a little bit, maybe trying to get in the head of his competitor a little bit, Dakota.
Yeah, man, but let me tell you what, Dan did a really good job of getting his cup, kind of getting rid of Kevin's pronation. Supination through the arm wasn't enough.
Yes, it was. Now kicking it down with a little interview action. Kevin, that's Playboy Roy after his hard-fought and tough loss.
Dan, you're the man today. I'm still the man of the hour who's too sweet to be sour. But hey, man, I got a lot of respect for you. I was very much looking forward to pulling you, man. What's going through your mind?
I'm just impressed by your strength, man. You got some power. I knew you were bringing it all when you talked to Kevin Palco about me, so I had to put everything but the kitchen sink at your ass.
Yeah, I absolutely asked, my fellow Kevin about you, man, because if you're going up against him, he's tough, dude. He ain't no cookie.
He's a strong guy. I want to say him again because I'm a lot stronger now.
I was going to say that was a year ago, right?
Yeah. I was lighter than a year ago.
Well, how you liking Montana, man?
I like it here. It's actually pretty. I think you guys are really nice.
Dude, what'd you do to train for me?
A lot of side pressure training. I also perfected my top roll a little bit. Worked a lot of pronation.
Well, I can certainly tell, man. My goodness. What's next for you, Kevin?
No, actually, what's next for me is Conrad, a Polish guy, out in Long Island, New York. It's going to be a battle at B-Dubs. We're bringing arm wrestling back to Buffalo Wild Wings.
That's awesome. Dan, congratulations, man. I'm looking to having a drink with you after, maybe party a little bit. Take care, man. Be right back, folks. Dan Schwarz, everybody.
Through the Fingers podcast on YouTube, a battle unfolds with every grip, capturing arm wrestling moments that define a warrior, where every move tells a story. At Through the Fingers podcast on YouTube.
Hello and welcome back, folks. The Mabel presents Country Folk City Slickers, and we got Madison Walker descending the stairs right now. Kevin, Dakota, the men could not figure it out. 5-5 in even split. It's up to the ladies to determine the winners here at the Country Folks versus City Slickers.
Wow, man, you can't ask for something better to happen than this. Here we go. Madison talking to the commentating booth saying, I got this, you guys. Here we go.
Yeah, I love
Teacher, 23-year-old, loves the top roll, loves baking out of Southampton, giving the crowd a show for this main event that is going to be the tiebreaker.
Oh, absolutely. She wanted a picture with me last night. At the weigh-ins, I felt like a celebrity, so it's hard not to root for her, man.
All right, guys, no more picture requests with Kevin, otherwise there won't be enough space in the broadcast booth for Kevin, his head, and us.
Man, Kevin's head has gotten bigger throughout the day.
Yeah, no, hey, that's fair. It was an electrifying match, Kevin. Tough but it happened.
Hey, man, much respect to Dan.
Much respect, got to.
I don't want to be that guy. I wasn't fully prepared, but regardless, even if I had been, I still think Dan would have taken it.
Yeah, that was dominating performance. Certainly was. Taking a look at our Country Folk representative, Jolene Anderson.
Man, I might have to change my pick because this song is badass.
Yeah, it sure is, man.
Owns a dog grooming business, a lady who works with her hands. If there's anything that I have learned across our Country Folk City Slickers event, is that people who work with their hands make great arm wrestlers, Kevin.
Oh, yeah, they do, and I love it. As long as it's warm outside. Hey, I'm right there
It
with
ain't
you.
warm outside here, man.
No.
I'm telling you. That's why she did.
The Canadians saying that it ain't warm outside here in Montana. I know something's going on.
Oh, it's colder up north, man, but I like it hot, hot, hot.
I feel you. Madison Walker taking on Jolene. An inch difference between these two ladies, but a massive bicep circumference difference. 7 inches.
Yeah, that's a big one. That right there, bicep.
21-inch bicep is crazy,
Jack.
hey?
Can you say
That's
Jack?
the biggest bicep of the night. I was there when they measured it, too. That's as real as it gets, guys.
Yes, it is.
How you
Yes,
gonna
it
be
They
is.
that?
double-checked that.
My goodness.
City Slickers, you have Madison Walker. Country Folk, y'all got Jolene. It all comes down to this as the ladies are figuring it on out.
This
That's
is
right,
electric,
folks. Let's hear
guys.
it. Come on now, it's the main event.
Let's hear the main event. $500 on the table. One of these ladies walking away a little bit richer.
And they're settling the score here tonight. Like you said, the men couldn't figure it out, so we'll take it over to the ladies. Very
Yeah.
interesting setup from both ladies. Not agreeing on a grip by no means. A lot of back and forth wrist action.
I like it. Get
Now,
what you
folks, I don't
want.
want to set the stage too much here, but Madison Walker, how about a home run record in softball in high school? Oh, yeah, she did it again in college.
Damn.
How about 4 medals in arm wrestling across open, ladies, and more? Insane stuff. We have an absolute pedigree on the side here with Madison Walker.
Jolene is no joke, though. If you look her up on YouTube or
Yep.
anything, you can see that she has pulled the cream of the crop for women arm wrestlers. She's
like she's
experienced.
set up really well.
She's ready to go. She knows what she's doing.
Getting it
But
going.
Madison
Oh!
drags her back and pins her in
That's gonna
a
be it.
somewhat press.
Yeah, that was an attempted slip right there, right?
Yes.
That was Jolene Anderson trying to get out of this to avoid that point.
Jolene could not seem to get her thumb out of her grasp. You can see
Madison
here, yeah, boom. she's-
busts the hand back, keeps her cup, drags it inwards for us. I don't even want to say press. She didn't get her shoulder involved, but she just kind of pushed down on
yeah.
it.
Right at the last second to really finish it off.
Yeah, curious to see maybe Jolene got a bad start there, or maybe Madison is just that strong. We'll have to see what happens in round 2, guys.
Experience and strength, speaking and
Oh, my
singing. A
goodness.
solid song
That is
here
jacked.
from Madison Walker. Yeah, I heard some smack talk last night. Is this the largest bicep in the room of arm wrestlers we've measured?
It is. Yep.
21 inches? I
Yeah.
do believe it is.
Hey, no, I'm the one with the best looking arms, okay?
Kevin getting his feelings hurt.
See if Jolene changes anything here. So far in the setup, looks quite similar.
If you're a country folk, this is where your hopes are lying with. Now,
Yeah.
again, very experienced arm wrestler with Jolene Anderson.
Yes. Jolene set up very open, though, guys, and it doesn't look centered to me.
No.
I think it has to go Jolene's way a little bit, but obviously the referees know better than me.
No, she's
I'm
got
just here
the,
yapping.
Little collar.
Yeah.
And so.
True enough, and she's setting up more open. That's why it could be that illusion. Madison Walker in very tight. She trains with Steve Walker. You can tell by the last name. She's just a good arm wrestler, right? So.
Let's see, Jolene Anderson, or excuse me, Madison Walker. Bob Brown has been coaching Bob Brown as well, so obviously a solid bit of experience there as well. 2021 International Federation of Arm Wrestling. That's where she took down the four gold medals. Junior, open, right-handed, and junior left-handed.
Yeah, complete dominance.
I think she's just too much to handle, guys.
Yep. If I tried anything, it may be straps at this point to see if there's something, but that back
I don't know
pressure.
about that.
Look
I
at this
don't know,
replay,
Dakota.
guys. It is crazy.
It's the first time we've seen a hard outline done on
Yeah.
camera here. Madison Walker, hey, when you're that dominant, you do what you want, man.
Wow. What a top roll. Does it again just as a reminder, hey?
Man.
But very, very
I think
dominant.
the refs were so shocked that they were. Whoa, was that around?
Was that
Yeah.
it? She had
She's
to
like,
show
"I'll
him
do it again."
twice. She had to show him twice right there. Now, sportsmanship is very, very important, but this was
Yes.
more like just finishing the play.
Yes, Madison 1 win away from winning the money and winning it for the City Slickers.
Now, I got to say, I don't want to hear any male City Slickers out here talking because y'all tied it all the way up here. Now, if there's a lady City Slicker who wants to say something, that I'll have an ear for.
And money in the center of the table. Love to see it. I think that's something we took for granted all night, guys. $500 every match, 11 matches.
The table. Madison has not taken her eyes off that cash yet since they've lined up here for the third impossible last round. Kevin?
Oh, man. I think we're missing that downward angle.
Yeah, we'll get that in the next one. We've had it in plenty so far, right?
Absolutely.
Possibly the last snatch.
Gets the hook in. Madison gives her a hook.
Just too much.
Very dominant 3-0 win. Are they going to pull it out?
$500 going the way of Madison Walker. And a big shout out, City Slickers, you have done it. 6-5 victory here, coming into Montana and taking down the W.
Yeah, man. I mean, the City Slickers showed up today all this way, long flight. Didn't take them too long to recover, obviously, because you can really see that showed up today, squeaked out a win. You know what, though? Our country folk did great as well.
Yeah, that's Steve Hernandez right there, congratulating Madison Walker. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff. Oh, that's a couple of tears I see. I love it. Kevin, take it away.
Kevin Playboy Roy here. I'm here with Madison Walker. Hey, I can tell you're very emotional about that win. It meant a lot to you. What's going through your mind?
My coach passed away 3 months ago, and this was the first match without him, so I did this for him.
Absolutely. That's awesome. You know, after last night at the weigh-ins, you wanted a picture with me, so I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, you know? Like, it made it hard for me not to want to root for you today, even though you're not on my team. But, you know, I love it, you guys. New York folks, I really appreciate a lot of emotion. What's next for you?
We'll see. I just want to keep climbing the ladder. I'm going all the way.
Supermatch in Florida. Who might be there? Sarah Bachman?
To be honest, Steve knows it. So I told him, don't tell me. I want to get Jolene first, and that's it.
Let's take a look at these replays. Hey, look at you. You were so excited. Did you know right from the get-go with the hand, you know, in the setup?
No.
No.
I'm too new in this sport to really know until I finish the match. So I was really looking forward to it.
That's the way to be. I mean, right here, you look confident. Bang, right straight to the side. You usually a top roller?
She's a hell of a fucking top roller. I can do whatever I want. So.
Let's get another shot of that bicep, huh? Look, that is awesome. We got to have you back out here in Montana.
Okay, that's fun.
I'm having technical difficulties here. Thank you so very much. It's great having you.
Sure, it's a pleasure. Thank you, everyone.
Madison Walker, everybody. Oh, Steve. Steve, come on in here, brother. I can tell you're emotional as well, man. Hey, man, it was great having you guys here, man. Great people. Dan, he's a strong son of a bitch, man.
Fuck, man, I know. He's strong as hell. I'll tell you right now. This guy, do not look at his biceps because his hand will take it from you. I'm taking you right now. The guy's a beast. My whole team right now, Jason Ciardi, Vlad, Garrett Tupper, the whole Tupper family, Maddie, Dan, Sam Mitchell, Roger Learn. I love you guys. I love every single one of you. I could have done it without you. Man, I swear to God, Ben, I fucking love you, Ben. I will never underestimate you again. I swear to God. I love you so much, guys. Thank you for letting us come out here. We love you so much, Montana. Beautiful state. We will be back. Thank you so much, guys. I love every single one of you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Right, please.
Steve, it's a pleasure, man. Great to have you, man.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. Hey, congratulations, City Slickers. You took it today.
Thank you, my man.
Congratulations, people. Tugboat, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. A fantastic series of matches. We started out with this one. Of course, that was Garrett Tupper and Zach Monroe going forth, taking that one down. Man, it's just been such an amazing day, Dakota.
Certainly has. I mean, sucks to see my buddy Zach here lose. You can see me in the corner there. Yep. But Garrett showed up, got the job done. Very great job for him. Looked very strong today. Very awesome. Moving on, Vladimir getting the crowd into it. He was going crazy the whole time, man. Pulling a very strong Chris Johnson. managed to secure the win, though. Very great job on his part.
First of his 2 wins. Ain't that right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right, man. I think he had he had all the confidence in the world today. You could tell.
And as you guys see, this is 2 City Slickers to bring this one out in the very beginning. 2 points quick. Man, we thought it might have been a little bit of a slide here. But
I was hoping so, but hey, it's my first defeat in Supermatch format. These guys...
That's Lynn.
One of the matches of the day.
Yeah,
in
we
my
jumped
opinion.
to Len and Ben here. Very, very interesting match. A lot of top roll action on this one. Ben coming out with the win on that. Very impressive. And then we're looking at Dan, the Nightmare, versus Kevin, jumping onto this one. Dan getting in there on Kevin, not letting Kevin get into his power, going into that top roll. Kevin, what do you think?
I was just honored at the fact that he wanted to face me and really wanted the match with me. He took away all my pronation. I had nothing left. Much respect to Dan.
Jumped into the silver bullet breaker here, guys.
Yes.
Yep. Take.
Now that was the Madison Walker taking it down for the City Slickers here in the City Slickers versus Country Folk competition. This has been Mabel. We really appreciate everybody watching. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to some of the organizations that make competitions like this possible. There's the Gear Grabbers Garage here in Great Falls, Montana, as well as the New York Tri-State Arm Wrestling Group with Steve Hernandez and Redleg Studios. I'm FBI Tugboat Dakota. Kevin, has been a fantastic time. Thank you guys for joining me.
Thank you.
We will catch you on the flip side,
And
Kevin.
if you're not down with Mabel, we got 2 words for you. Get bent.